All right, nigga.
Can you see?
It's even worse when it's in your ears.
You said no one kneel?
Of course, the white guy said no one kneel. Fuck out of here.
That wasn't on record. Okay.
Oh,
I never said that.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Excuse me.
You're playing the whole thing?
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
don't.
it's the national anthem.
this is the best part, and you guys are talking over it.
Ooh. She has a snake on her.
Wait. Crazy with it.
Sorry, what the
fuck?
Y'all niggas are annoying, bro.
Super annoying.
Oh!
That's disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah, that was long.
You can't be doing all that. First of all, what is Fergie's last song?
Oh, I think it's called like MILF or some shit.
MILF.
This is a recent song.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, yeah,
that
she was
song.
like going all out.
I remember that shit. What is it even about? Like, I don't understand.
Fergie doing MILF shit, I guess.
Hey, put some respect on Fergie's
Does she
name.
have a child?
I don't know.
I don't
Weird.
know.
Talking about some fucking MILF.
Fergie can get it, though.
Not with them vocals.
The vocals
All right,
cannot.
wait.
Nah, okay.
Wait.
Ooh. Why did I think she was eating?
Wait, listen to what she says after.
Let's sports. Oh, that was.
Okay.
Well, he's up now. Yeah.
Damn,
Alright,
DJ
alright.
Nick. Okay.
It is boredom with Compton 703,
Hello.
Bogans.
What's up?
I'm Nick Bohr, and we have a special guest today. The first time we had a guest on the show.
Got me
Oh,
fucked
wow.
up,
This is our
too.
first time, yeah.
Yeah, we never had a guest on yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful, the talented, the sassy,
And the sleepy.
Nick Bohr.
young man, Vesta.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's Vesta.
No.
Vesta. House singers, yeah.
All right.
Yo, can we get a quick singer-to-singer review of the national anthem?
Don't hold nothing back.
Yeah.
Are we joking?
No,
Nah,
go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Hold nothing back.
How did you?
Yeah.
How did you feel about the style of our national anthem?
The style.
Yeah, the style, the grace, the beauty of the national anthem.
How did I feel? I didn't.
Oh,
See, it was.
I didn't feel.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. There's a reason nobody has heard from Fergie in a while, and that it should stay that way. I'm just saying.
What is your response to
What if
when
she
she
hears
said
this?
she tried her best?
She tried her best.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Then that's on her, cause that was bad. It really was bad.
Look,
Y'all saw when Wiz tweeted? Y'all saw what Wiz tweeted?
Nah.
It's fucking Wiz, so he's going to say some positive shit. He was like, I like Fergie's rendition of the national anthem.
course
She
he
did
did.
her best. It was her style.
Of course
No,
you did.
okay, so I like the vocals. I feel like she hit the ranges. I just didn't think she
Wrong.
did it at the right time. She hit high notes, and they didn't crack.
No, they did.
You said she
But-
hit the ranges?
All of
she
them.
She
hit
hit him,
But
but like
look,
with a
look.
baseball bat.
I don't feel like
Oh
she.
my god.
I don't feel like she captured soul. I think if she would have done like soul a little better, because that wasn't it.
You thought she was trying to do soul?
Yeah, I
Leave
think
the
she was trying
soul
to do
to
a
the blacks.
soulful rendition.
I
and
thought
it-
she was
She's
just
black?
trying. I thought she was just trying.
black.
Nah, man,
not
nah.
white.
Nah.
Hold on, she's not white though.
Fergie's not white.
Fergie's white, bro.
Oh, that's
I
what I
thought
thought.
Fergie was mixed.
I thought
with
she had some
something.
sort of mix,
I-
something to
Last
her,
time I checked, she was white.
like a Peruvian.
Fuck if I know.
Oh, that's right. You know, like all white people are mixed with like Cherokee and
Yeah,
shit.
well, I'm Turkish
Oh,
and I'm
right.
Polish. Yeah.
That's true.
That's a Zane joke.
How y'all been?
Yeah, there you go.
That's your
I
answer.
go, yeah, that's what I've been. How are you, dog? Because last week you were telling us about your health.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm still going through it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oof. You know, you just work at it one step at a time.
Yeah.
We're tackling.
Have you been
this.
getting more sleep?
No.
I mean, if you keep this shit up, you won't.
That's true. We should probably start doing it
Bro,
later.
take you a much earned nap. after this, all right?
It doesn't work like so. The way it happens is like I can lay down in bed and I can try to sleep as much as I want, and it just doesn't happen. I could lay in bed for 6 hours and feel like I got like 2 hours of rest.
My life.
Yeah. So it doesn't. It just like I don't know.
Shit.
Waking up early is just I'm already up. I just get
Yeah.
out of bed. So
I mean, shit.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck that.
maybe we'll start like doing the podcast
No.
later, just
nah,
to help you out.
it's fine right here. It's fine.
Yeah, Nick, man up.
So I do want to do like a quick shout out real quick. Me and Con a couple days ago, we went to visit a fellow podcasters event.
Oh, yeah.
It was called Overtime with the Facilitator
Facilitators.
podcast. They're a sports podcast from around the way. They were on the same mega podcast episode that Bomb Beats put together.
And one of the guys, I used to work for their dad.
which is a funny fucking story.
Yeah, because he was there. Vesta, you remember Andre from the MCX?
No.
You don't remember Andre? My boss, the big fat old like.
Oh, that nigga.
Yeah, he was there. He was there.
His son's on this other podcast.
Yeah.
He
was actually really nice.
He's
though.
funny as hell.
He's funny. He
He
was
is
really
funny as
nice.
hell.
But like his son kept telling me, he was like,
yeah.
because I told him, I was like, yeah, I used to work for your dad. He goes, because when I worked for him for 4 years, and I go, I was just trying to be nice, and he goes, he's an asshole, isn't he? I go, he can be, and
He
then
used to-
but then like I seen him like that night, and he was real cool, and then I seen his son again. He goes, yeah, all right, thanks for coming. Sorry, my dad's an asshole. I'm like, no, he was very nice.
Yeah, it was a cool event. It was at Hell of a Brewery down in downtown Fred, and they had pretty good sliders.
They had good sliders. They had sports trivia, so that means I didn't participate.
No, Con won the whole thing.
I did not win
You
the
know
sports
everything.
trivia.
You know why he won? Because I wasn't there.
I did not. It was. I did not win. It was about sports.
I know you didn't.
And then I actually want like some sweatshirt that's like way too small. Actually, I might see if you want it. Small shit.
I want everything.
Cool.
Oh wait, you won that sweatshirt?
Yeah, I
that
won
photo?
that thing. Yeah, I won
This
that
nigga
from
was
the
so
raffle.
quiet about it. He ain't saying nothing.
Well, because I didn't realize. I saw them read my number. I was like, oh shit, that's me. So I walked up there and they handed me like this really fucking small sweatshirt, and I was like, I don't know who's gonna wear this, but
I don't know why
Cool.
that was funny.
she kicked the
She
shoes
got
off.
mad comfortable, bro.
Hey, whatever.
There's mud in my Crocs.
There's mud in my crop.
There's a snake in my boots.
Oh,
But yeah, that was a fun event. Real cool event. They said they're gonna do something else too down the line. We might be included in that. They said they want to do
oh yeah,
some
they
more.
did say something.
I didn't know about this one. Probably why I
Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
there.
Well, it was like a
that-
well, not really last minute, but just like it was down. It was all the way down.
I saw facilitators had one too. Had a little thing,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. But yeah. So it was fun.
It was hip hop.
You guys
So-
like my shirt?
Y'all want to dive in?
See, every time I see somebody wearing it, I assume they don't like niggas.
I don't.
Yeah. the message comes across a lot.
Niggas
Right.
ain't shit.
Yeah.
Daily tweet.
What were you saying, Nick? I'm sorry.
I was saying, do y'all want to jump right into the topic?
Hold
as to
on,
why?
let me ask you. Did you
Go
see
ahead.
Blake Bortles' contract? The man got paid.
Yeah, it just pisses me off more because the Redskins don't approve of Kirk Cousins, but the
Right.
Jaguars see Bortles do
Blake
one fucking
Bortles.
thing and he gets 3-year
Oh
deal.
my goodness, 54 mil with
By the
62
way-
mil max.
Kirk Cousins gonna get that in 1 year. I hope you know that.
That's
Yeah.
so gay.
Yeah.
No, but I was pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So shout out to Blake Bortles
Talking
for
sports ball
being
here?
a mediocre quarterback getting paid like it was the franchise.
Yeah, Tiger Woods.
I hate boys.
Tiger Woods. Yep. I hate Bortles.
Sports, right? Football.
Especially boys who don't know shit about sports. That shit pisses me off.
Fun fact:
Yeah,
I still like guys who like sports.
Javon.
Right?
Fun fact, I hate
I think she's
all
talking about
guys.
you.
Oh, true. Right.
Does Vesta actually like sports, or is this like?
I don't think she likes
might.
sports.
I don't
She
know.
likes guys that like sports.
For-
No, I like sports the bare minimum.
The bare
The
minimum.
bare minimum.
Meaning,
I'll watch sports, but I don't know shit that's going on.
So you just sit
Most
there
of
and
the time.
enjoy.
It depends.
Mm.
Like, I know what's going on in basketball most of the time.
Yeah.
Football, I'm like, yeah.
I watch basketball, not football.
Well, what about soccer?
Fuck that shit.
Okay.
I used to play soccer,
I used to play soccer.
but I
Well,
won't
yeah,
watch it.
Nick,
Played for like 2 years.
We could have guessed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
I played soccer.
It's because
No,
I look
that
like
Nick.
David Beckham.
Oh, Nick. All right.
I look like David Beckham. That's
Who?
what it is. David.
And
Beckham.
let's dive into the topics.
No, you don't.
I don't. Yo,
What
let's
the-
do those stern face. Like, stop thinking this.
What's the topic, my nigga?
Jump in the main topic. Or you want to jump
can't
to
say
another
nigga to
topic?
Nick.
Whatever.
Oh, we
topic.
can. Oh, what?
Oh, we do.
Let's just fucking. She's here. So let's
Okay,
just
so
fucking get
she's
into
here.
it.
So
Oh shit.
we're going straight dark. Back to dark. We
I don't like the way you said that.
We
that
were
was,
super.
that was
fucking-
kind of unsettling.
We were super dark last episode.
We were.
What do you mean by that, Nick?
What do you mean by that?
He just called y'all the N word.
Nah, for real.
No, so we so last week we went over this new abortion law that came up. Where was it at? Arkansas. And as we were going through the conversation, we went about like 5 minutes into it, and then we realized we should probably have some type of female perspective. So we hit up a couple people, and Vesta came up, and she wanted to do it. So we're going to, I guess I'm gonna have you reintroduce it,
All right.
Bogans, and then we'll kind of go into it.
So it's not law right now because a judge stopped it, but it's only like pause, so it could still become law. But
It's up
it
in
was
the air right now.
yeah, it was about to become law, saying that women under 18 have to get permission from their parents to have an abortion, and if you're over 18, you have to have an agreement with the baby daddy to get the abortion. You can keep it all on your own, but if you want the abortion, you have to go through those steps. Like, you have to actually talk to him, and he has to agree on the abortion, and the parents have to allow the abortion.
Bro, you seen the way she leaned back?
Yeah.
Yes, good, okay. I like how y'all brought me on here because you know I'm a very opinionated ass person.
You also don't have a filter, which is like
Yeah.
why I kinda
So
really
tell
wanna
us
hear
what you think, and then I'm gonna give you a scenario that I gave him.
Okay. Damn, where is this?
Arkansas. Yeah.
Do they have that whole can't have sex
Red
before
state
18
thing?
thing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is that a thing?
It is
It
here.
is.
Arkansas.
Well,
yeah.
the age of consent, and also,
Oh,
but
the
like two
consent
people
thing?
being underage.
Okay, well, I didn't do my homework on that, but it's either 16 or 18. I mean, that's the two.
So
like,
if it's under 18, I feel like maybe you should have your parents consent to get an abortion. I don't know. I'm not really for abortions at all. But
True that.
honestly, do whatever the fuck you want. But I feel like it's just like I can see on both sides here. But at the same time, it is her body. It is her choice.
My thing is
16. Age of consent is 16.
in
Yeah.
Arkansas. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I semi agree with that. I just think I don't know.
He said last week he was like he thinks that the parents should have no say, but I was kind of with you. I was like, well, when you like 16, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
how
you a
I say
teenager, so like,
how
you're
I
not
think
really
about it in that way is like
I mean, if you're grown enough to be
you
fucking.
made exactly you made a huge adult. That's exactly my point. You made a huge adult decision to go have sex, and now you've done it wrong. Even though fucking the whole world tells you to be safe, be abstinent, be safe, and you still went and did
Yeah,
it.
but
I know,
look-
I get it. That's like fuck you.
That
you know, I'm not
that
being safe and
education
all that
doesn't
stuff.
even reach everybody's ears. Like it reached our ears, but we're in the state of Virginia where it's like tight on everything. Like we've heard that, but elsewhere they might not have heard that. What's an adult decision? Is that's a gray area. Like
Yeah, but I mean, like when you about to have sex, bro, you're not thinking like, is this an adult decision? Like that's the last thing on your
yeah,
mind,
you're
for
not.
sure,
You're
so.
not. You're not.
I'm
And
just
then
like,
it's like
I don't know. The way I'm at with it is just like, I guess I get where you're coming from when you say, you know, when you put it that way. But like, I know like me at 16, I'm not gonna be thinking the way that I'm thinking now at 26. So I feel like some parent input should be into it. Like a mom or dad got to step in and be like, you know, look, is this what you want to do? Do you know what's going to happen? I don't think you should. Like, I don't know. They need an adult perspective.
I agree with them needing the consent under 18 because abortions are a whole lot to take in. With it's practically traumatic for most
It's a
people.
big deal for the body too.
Yeah.
It's not just like
It's not just boom done. It's
Take it
like
out,
you gotta no.
And now,
Right.
what about the baby daddy's consent?
see,
Fuck
this
that
is where
nigga.
the gray area is
It's
at.
like, no, please stop.
This is where the gray area is at for me. Like, I think the parent thing is more like it's a yes or no thing. Like, because you're underage. Like if they agree to, like if that's the law, like you're under 18, your parents have to make the decision. Got it. That makes sense because everything is like that when you're under 18. Like you can't even be questioned by the police if you're under 18. Like so, I get it. You know what I mean? So it's like okay. The baby dad thing is where it gets really great for me. Like, just because, like, to me, I said last time, I'm thinking about the worst possible fucking man out there, and he's telling your ass, you gotta have my kid no matter what.
But women are
Fuck you,
slimy
bitch.
too.
Yeah, but people are gonna say that he's the worst man ever if she says, or if he says that she has to have an abortion too. It's a lose-lose for the
Yeah.
guy.
Here's the scenario that I threw at him last week because he was thinking of it as like the baby daddy being a piece of shit. But there are actually some niggas who actually want their kids and actually want to take care of them. So the scenarios I threw at him, in both scenarios, he wants the kid. So scenario one is, let's say, I don't know, you got a boyfriend, he got you pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to take care of this kid. Like, he doesn't know that you're pregnant or anything like that. You went and got the abortion and then told him. Like,
No.
hey. So
No.
then this is scenario two. The second one is, like, he gets you pregnant and you tell him up front, yo, I'm pregnant and I'm getting an abortion. But he wants the kid. And there's, like, nothing. There's, like, y'all are good if you have this kid. You know what I mean? Like, no one's taking no financial.
I just don't want it because of my body.
You just don't want it for whatever reason. Because that scenario exists. It's a really specific scenario,
Yeah,
but
it
it does exist.
Yeah.
So
Oh, just to add to it, the man can't tell you to have an abortion.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's only
No.
saving from having an abortion.
I want to add to that too about the parents. So, when you say that you have to have your parents' consent or whatever to have the abortion, does that mean that even if you don't want to have an abortion, they can be like, you're getting one?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That no one can tell you to have an abortion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they can only tell you to keep a baby because, I mean, I guess that's the
Well,
better option.
Oh shit! If I told my boyfriend I wanted to have an abortion and he told me he wanted to keep it, then I'm keeping it. I don't know. I don't see how you could argue that. Like, how do you sit there and argue with your significant other? Like, no, I want to have an abortion right now. Like,
So what if you go on one date, have sex with the guy, then you get pregnant, and
It's the same
and
thing.
now he tells you have to keep it because of this law.
but I have a boyfriend at home.
No. There's no boyfriend.
Oh no,
You're
you
single.
didn't cheat. You didn't cheat.
No, you're
Oh,
not
okay, I was
cheating.
gonna
Like,
say, damn.
This is a one night.
What kind of person you take me?
Nah, you just went to go kick it with a nigga and then, like, you know, y'all had sex and, like, you got pregnant.
And
but,
he's
like,
just a
One
you don't
night.
really.
Like
Yeah,
a
it was
one
a
night.
one night stand type deal.
And he's
Same scenario. He wants you to keep the kid. Like, not to be in that. Like he legitimately wants to keep the kid.
Yeah, he wants.
What would you do in that
He
situation?
wants to have a kid.
do I want to have?
There's
a
no
kid?
right or wrong answer, bro.
It's
That's
just that-
what's up to you. That's what.
It's
That's
just the thing,
you know what I
like,
mean?
it depends. First of all, y'all know that, like, when I meet people, right off jump, I'm usually super comfortable with them,
Mhm.
including niggas. So,
Mhm.
not saying that I'm all right. Anyway,
no, I get
Nah,
it.
yeah,
I get
anyway, but I just feel like it depends. Like, did I hit it off with this guy? Am I financially? First of all, I don't want to have a child at all unless I'm good to be by myself.
Yeah.
Like, if I have a child and I know for a fact that the only way I'm going to be able to take care of this child is if I'm with my nigga, then no, I'm not doing it. But I don't really know. Like, abortion, I don't know.
Because also what's happening is like this law takes that choice away from you though. You're really just talking about how you feel.
Oh, shit.
Because what's happened is if this law passes, this guy, like you don't even really like this guy. You don't even really know this guy, and he's telling you have to keep this kid because it's his kid.
Oh, no.
That's a law now.
Or it's about to be. The way I think it should be, I just don't think the woman can go in silence to have the abortion. I think something has to be said. I think maybe even like one therapy session. Like get somebody to talk to you about it. Think it through.
Yeah.
Because therapy, all they do is they're getting you to talk.
Yeah.
And when you talk, you start thinking. So maybe if you're thinking, you'll change your mind on the abortion thing.
Yeah,
And if
maybe-
it doesn't work and you still need the abortion because
By
that's
all
a
means,
sound
go
choice,
do it.
go do it. But
I can
Maybe
get
not
with that.
necessarily have to talk to your family about it,
Yeah.
but somebody definitely. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
You have to go get this signed off saying that you
Right.
talked about it.
Yeah, just like, I guess, get a second opinion.
Yeah.
That's smart as shit. You should be the president.
Don't tell him that. Please.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Nigga, at this point, anybody's qualified.
Yo, that's some real shit.
To me,
A
bro,
dog
it's
is
like-
qualified. A dog.
I just don't like other people like I don't know, like the government as a man like tries to control the women too much already. And that's where it gets me. Is like it becomes more of a control over women in that
Yeah, I think
regard.
the government has a control over everybody.
I do too, but
I don't even think it's like one more than the other.
Wrong.
they're
I think
still
they do
making-
fucked up things
Yeah.
to one more than the other when you're talking about race or when you're talking about gender or whatever. But I think it's a pretty flat line of control that.
But there's still like weird laws about birth control, dude. There's still weird laws about even just abortion altogether. Like there's just weird laws about like women making their own choices. It's just weird,
Yeah, like God forbid.
and that's where it gets me.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
God
do what the
forbid
fuck I
women
want.
make choices. That's
Regardless.
that's really what it is.
I'm sorry. She's funny.
Yeah, this is wild. But that's what we did. Bring it on here.
I
But
know.
I don't know. I don't think I like the law.
I mean, I
Overall.
think when everybody hears it at first, it's just like, nah.
It's just
man.
something you
Like, what
gotta.
do you-
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you? Nah.
What's the next topic? I'm over this.
It's like I'm with it.
I don't know.
What a transition.
I did like your topic. We should go into that.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So-
Shit.
Because I knew we were gonna be talking about this, and it was like gloomy as fuck. So let's lighten the mood by just talking about our worst dating experiences.
Oh hell nah. Next.
Yeah.
Y'all want to hear that shit? It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on
House
Tidal.
niggas cries that whole topic.
Fuck out of here. Next.
You got one story?
Huh?
You don't got one story? you
I ain't
wanna
got
share?
I want to
Shit.
hear them.
I do it.
Yeah, I'm not exposing nobody today.
Bogans, you go first.
All right, I'm not gonna say names though,
No, don't say
out of
names.
out of
Yeah, no, you
respect.
ain't- nah,
No, don't
All right,
say names.
But and I told my friends as soon as you text this to me, I was like, they want to hear it. They want to hear this.
No shit. Do we know this person? You don't
Yes.
gotta
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
know off bat.
Fuck.
Watch.
say.
All right, it's not really a date. This is like a family dinner type thing. And I knew going to their house that food wasn't really seasoned. So
Oh, I know who
I
it
know
is.
exactly
So-
I know who it is.
so
I'm lying.
Yo.
I'll get you hip later.
I
Hey.
game plan.
Go on.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I game plan, and I was like, okay, well, how can I get some seasoning onto this meat? So before I left the house,
They go on a mission.
I opened some ramen packets
Oh.
Right.
and took the seasoning packets with me.
You
Then I was
did
like,
not.
No. True
All
story.
right, nigga.
True story,
For
bro.
real?
But
You
then
my
I was
man,
like,
yo, that's funny as
all
fuck.
right, how can I get the seasoning packets on the chicken without being insulting? So
Shit.
when they placed it on the table, I was like, I forgot to wash my hands. I wiped my hands a little bit and I put the
Oh, my
seasoning
nigga,
packets on my
what?
hands, and I walked back to the table.
Javon.
And then I acted
Hold
like
on,
I
bro.
couldn't eat really hot food, so I patted my chicken. I ate this shit.
She thought you were cooling your food down by doing that shit.
No, she thought I was checking the temperature of the meat, and I was like sprinkling and like trying to get it off my
fucking
hands,
God.
Hold on, bro.
bruh. So I had ramen flavor or chicken
Fam.
flavor because you know how
Yo,
that
that is
tastes.
so funny.
I feel like if
Bruh.
you just asked them, like, yo, y'all got any, like, if you asked them for, like, some seasoning and, like, I feel like they wouldn't be
They ain't
insulted.
got it. They would use
they
it
don't
when they
have
were
it?
cooking. They don't got it. I'm telling you, I've been in the
I
cabinets,
don't
bruh.
understand why y'all are. First of all, I give a shit about what I'm putting in my body. I'm be like, bitch, what
What is this?
something is lacking here. I need some pepper, something.
I couldn't
Because
be.
I remember one time, not going to say no names, but someone made some macaroni and cheese.
You ain't talking about me.
I'm not talking about
I know
you.
you not.
Someone made some macaroni and cheese, and
Oh,
Vesta
shit.
had it and said, nah, we're not doing this.
Oh,
So she made some, like, sometime later.
I heard this story.
Yeah, bro.
who
Yeah.
was it?
Who you think?
I don't know. Mouth it to me. Who? Oh shit!
I'll make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I'll make
yeah.
sure that we don't put that name in there.
Vesta was hot, bro.
Yeah, because no.
was
Let me
hot.
speak on something. Let me speak on something. Do not come around my group of friends. I'm the princess of my group of friends.
Fucking good.
Do not come around my group of friends and try to be me. Okay, you can't replace me. You know who the fuck I am. Damn, I cook the
Man,
meals
this is
here.
deep. I can't wait to talk after the air. After we air.
And the thing is, like, y'all know, this is before I went. I said, "Oh, I can help you with it."
Wait, so did they see you seasoning?
Nah, bro. They
Oh,
still
they
don't
didn't-
know
they
to
didn't
this
catch
point.
on?
They don't know. I was laughing to myself like all the way home.
Directly to her. I'm gonna find her. No, go ahead.
But
That shit's funny.
I offered to help because I can cook. I know how to cook.
How was the chicken after you gave it the pat?
Nah,
down?
bro.
That's
Okay.
disgusting. First of all, ramen noodles.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
So look,
that
look,
probably
look,
doesn't taste
look,
good
look.
anyway.
Hey, man, it's prison rules, bro.
The problem with it became not that it didn't have flavor, because it had a distinct flavor with the ramen. It was dry. So it's just like I
couldn't do it from the jump,
I was doomed. I couldn't do anything.
I just love the foresight of it. Like he
I
said,
knew.
"Damn, I'm going to this girl's crib. I need this shit."
Imagine, like, how determined he was to find a plan on his way over there.
I
Yeah,
needed it. I
bro.
needed to. As soon as
Oh
they
my
invited me, I
God.
was like,
Did you
Let's
stop
take
somewhere
ourselves
like
over.
after? Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what
I mean,
that's what I used to do.
Where'd
Like
you
I
go?
I didn't finish
Where'd
the
you
food.
go, bro?
I didn't finish the food, and I went and got a McChicken.
hey, that's what I would
So-
do. Yeah, exactly.
It's so
Real
bad you
chicken.
resort to a fucking McChicken, my nigga.
I had to eat, man. I didn't.
I mean,
oh,
McChickens
man.
are
Dude, that's
fire.
exactly what I
Yeah,
would do
I
though.
can't
That-
even
like
say
if I go have bad food, I would just like, oh, I'm not hungry, and then as soon as I leave, go get the fuck.
I
like-
never tell people I'm not hungry. I feel bad if I do that shit.
No.
No,
I
they're
do
like,
that.
Javon, you didn't really eat. I was like, yeah, I ate a little bit beforehand. Stomach.
Oh, that's the line. That's the
That is the
line.
line. That is the line.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I have like a bad like date story. I have a weird like.
I do have a bad date story,
Oh, good.
Well,
you
you
can tell
go.
it.
You go.
but not like he
'Cause
wasn't
I
my
want to think
boyfriend.
more.
Ooh, I know
I
what
want
it
to
is.
think more.
You
Go
know
I
ahead.
know,
what it
bro. I
is.
know. Tell
That
it. It's
nigga
funny. It's
got
funny.
Me fucked
Tell
up.
it. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, tell it.
Tell it.
Tell it.
All right. Shit. It's back when I worked at the Exchange.
Because me and Vesta used to work together.
Unfortunately, so
Oh, I had fun. Go on.
God, have fun. Go ahead.
Con had fun. Okay. So anyway,
Fuck you, bro.
this guy, he was like the cutest guy. First of all, he worked in the shoes, so we never saw him. But all the girls up front were all obsessed with him. Like, oh, he's so cute, blah blah blah, kiki. They thought he was cute because he never talked, but that nigga's dumb. First of all, I just want y'all to
Word.
know, if y'all were still looking for him, he's stupid.
I've heard.
So I don't know how I ended up talking to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I had his number somehow. We planned some date.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, he picks me up in this big ass pickup truck. All right, that was red flag number one.
Oh, I've heard this story.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I was very let down.
Go
So,
You don't like pickup trucks?
oh,
Or-
I like trucks, but he's already white.
Okay. I mean, well,
Let her,
he
let
picked
her,
you
let
up
her,
in a
let her
pickup
cook.
truck.
bro.
Look.
Let
Yeah,
her cook.
yeah,
okay, go
sorry,
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm not racist. I have a type, and it's not that. So, I get in the, don't say nothing,
That's
Nick.
what we can do.
I'm getting in the truck.
I'm the only white guy Vesta likes.
I know, wrong. I noticed.
Are you like more than me?
Bro, let her finish the story.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you're good.
I'm gonna dish you on a song.
Go ahead.
So, get in the truck. I can tell by his outfit, he a little country or whatever. So that was fine. We got to, where did we go? We went to Olive Garden. I've never been to Olive Garden, so I was excited a little bit or whatever. We get to the table, whatever. Lady brings us what they bring, like salads and bread.
Like bread or some shit.
I personally don't like eating appetizers because I get full really fast. So I was just like, no, I don't really want it like that. I ate some of the salad or whatever, but then this nigga was crushing his food. Like, he ain't ate in days. Like, I'm talking 2 hands, like, just fucking going at it.
What?
2 hands.
Like,
Bruh.
it got to, like, then he finished his salad, and he was like, you gonna eat your salad?
Nah.
I was like, shit, bro, go ahead. Like, it's yours. He crushed that shit. Then they brought the food.
Then they brought the food. I
They
just
brought
forgot.
the actual food.
Yo.
The entree.
And this nigga, same shit. Like, just fucking, oh my God. And it's like, I give him props though, because he ain't make no mess. But
Word.
he was eating like he, like,
'Cause he was doing that a while.
starved. Like, man, he was starved. Then he was like, he had the nerve to be like, I'm sorry, I know I eat crazy. And like, yes, nigga, you do. And I'm ready to go. And it was just, I don't know. We were supposed to do some
Damn.
shit after dinner. But when we got in the car, he was like, oh, yeah, My mom just texted me and said I have to get food for our new kittens. I was like, go, take me home, because I'm not dealing with this shit. First of all, I don't know if that was like some type of ploy to get rid of me, but I was ready, because at dinner he showed me pictures from like his Facebook or some shit. Deer on the wall, bear rugs. I was like, fuck that.
I mean, with your shirt, you would think you'd be into that.
No, nigga, this is just cute. I'm just hiding, you know?
Yeah, Vesta thought he was gonna like kill her and stuff her.
I ain't think all that, but I was like, how do your parents feel about you being at Olive Garden with a whole black girl? I mean, not whole black girl, but damn, that's how I was raised. So,
half and half.
A mulatto. So, I was just thinking, like, the whole time I was just really uncomfortable. I was trying to enjoy my damn pasta. I can't enjoy my pasta because I'm thinking, like, damn, this nigga's gonna eat my shit. Ugh, I couldn't do it. Then he took all the breadsticks home, by the way.
Wow. Ruthless.
It's not that bad of a date, but definitely not. I'm not dating outside of my realm ever again.
Rome.
My realm.
Wow.
I don't know if I have a like bad like date story, but I definitely have like an awkward sex story.
Let's hear it. Bring it, please.
It's not something like totally off base, but it was super fucking weird for me. So, you ready?
I'm scared.
You ready, Vesta?
I'm scared, bro.
Let's hear it.
I know. I look at Vesta's face the whole time. It's so
Let's
funny.
hear it, please.
I really wish there was a video of
Tell the
Vesta's face.
story.
Okay, good. Yo, so I was dating this girl, and low-key, she lived with her parents. Her parents never left the fucking house, right? Never left the fucking house. We get home from I think, my house, and we go back to her house. There's no one there. Shocking. She lived with, like, 5 people this time. We get there, no one's there. I'm like, yo. Fuck yeah, right?
Oh my!
You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah. Like, all right, bet. So we start going, right? It just goes, right? Going. Right? I don't even know how to describe it.
Just tell the story.
All right, bet, yeah. So we start going, right?
Oh.
All of a sudden, we hear this loud bang, right? And we stop. We're like, fuck, right? That's about to choke. Right? We hear this all bang, right? Nothing happens after that, right? All of a sudden, I'm going to make up a name because she, there was a scream of a name, right? So, okay, got it. So, all of a sudden, we're going again, and all we hear, Brittany! Door wide open.
Whoa,
Door fucking
whoa,
flies wide
whoa,
open.
Whoa,
This is not her real name.
No, but did you just use my cousin's name?
Sorry. It was not.
I was gonna suggest
I
you use
promise.
Vesta's name. So.
Don't play with me.
Let's keep it
No,
going. Go on.
all I heard was Brittany, and a door fly open, bro.
Oh, chill.
Yeah.
And we had like no covers on, fucking nothing. And she's on top, like
Oh my
Brittany, quote unquote, is on top.
Yo.
And I'm like, fuck, it was her mom. I'm like, yo, and fucking Brittany goes fucking off. She's like, Mom, what the fuck, right? And then like, so
she must be white.
she gets up, slams the door, and then just starts like laughing. She's like, we definitely thought we were alone. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then like she was like, do you want to keep going? I was like, fuck no. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I was like, and she's like, yeah, I'm pretty much done too. But that was just like, and then like I was supposed to eat dinner with them.
Oh,
Like,
did y'all have dinner?
no, I ate dinner, but it was just like, it was wild as shit.
Oh,
She like, her mom was like, she's cool, but she's like, y'all just shouldn't have been doing that. I'm like, whatever. I was
You
like,
shouldn't have done it.
Whatever. Like,
Should have did it.
like, y'all in my house at the end of the day. I'm like,
should have done it.
I mean, bro, it could have been worse.
it really could have been worse.
Bro, that's a new joke.
That was like one of the like, that was like one of the most like awkward spots because like literally it was like the one time where
Oh,
like no
man.
one was home.
I've had that happen to me a few times.
And just like it was so loud too, like that the bang and then like nothing happening for like another like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, fucking.
She was listening? What the hell?
No, I don't think so.
So where did she
You
go?
don't think so?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
think,
where?
no, I think the bang was just like her coming home, but like then like she didn't realize that we were like home, too. So like, it was like her like slamming the door, but then when she like came, because she came in like kind of yelling, like she was about to yell at her about something.
Yeah.
And so like
She just wanted a cock block. That's all. She was like, nah,
Maybe.
nah,
Shouldn't have done it.
get out of here. Shouldn't have done it.
She was like, Brittany. And I was like, whoa.
She came in the room.
Yeah, dog. She opened the whole fucking door.
Wow.
The whole door.
The whole door. I have a topic.
Caught Nick at his most vulnerable going. Oh,
Yo.
wait. I didn't tell him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
tell
tell
your
yours.
story.
you
No,
tell yours.
Go ahead,
no,
Bree.
No.
Okay. So, this is like 2015. I was coming fresh off a 4-year relationship. And for niggas who aren't hip, coming off a 4-year breakup, that shit hurts. So,
Retweet.
I did not. I had my my self esteem was non-existent, bro. It was not a thing. So I was working at the MCX, and one of my coworkers goes, "You should fuck with this app called Plenty of Fish."
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do I know this story?
You might.
You might not. So
I think I do.
I meet this girl off Plenty of Fish, and I should have noticed the red flags. I didn't, because again, my self esteem was not a thing. So we start talking for like a couple of weeks, and then we made plans to meet up. I think we met up at like Potomac Mills or some shit. So I'm sitting there waiting on her, and like we've been talking about a lot at this point. So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to meet her. Shows up, not what she was in her photos.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Plenty of catfish.
Well, hold on. So she was, but the thing was like I should have known that like all her photos were just of her face. You feel me?
I do know this story.
This some neck up Twitter shit.
It was some neck up Twitter shit, bro. So
Oh shit!
I'm
I
like,
forgot about neck up.
Neck up Twitter.
yeah. So I meet her
That's
at the
dope
mall,
shit.
and I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. I can't. I don't know how to turn a girl down.
You look like you, so you can't run away.
You feel me? Yeah. No. Let's keep it a buck.
No,
So
yeah.
Let's keep it a buck.
I don't know how to turn a girl down. So I'm like, fuck. I've lost my whole Saturday.
Damn.
So I gotta hang out with her, bro.
Wait.
I've
That's the
lost
quote
my
of the
whole
year.
Saturday.
I've lost my whole
Saturday. So I'm like, fuck. I gotta hang out with her,
As
bro.
soon as you see her, oh, I lost my
Yeah. 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 So look, I don't know what the fuck to do because I'm trying to think of like ways to fucking get out of it. But again, I don't know how to turn a girl down or tell her to go away because I'm fucking me. So she goes, "Let's go to the movies." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go to the fucking movies." I see one of my boys there, and I'm like, "There's no fucking way I'm walking in that theater with her." So I go, "Oh yeah, I lost my wallet." So we're just sitting in the car. We sat in the car for like an hour.
You're
And-
trifling as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. So we caught an hour later showing. We saw Jurassic Park, the one with Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
damn.
saw Jurassic Park, and so we leave, right? And I'm thinking the date is over. The date is not over. She goes, "Oh, you want to go back to my house?" I go,
Fuck.
Jurassic Park 2.
Oh,
I go, yeah, I guess we can do that. So we go back to her house, right? And we're sitting and we're hanging out and we're chilling, right? She leans in and just plants like a fucking wet one on me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Long story short, I end up having sex with this girl because I don't know how to tell her no.
that's ridiculous.
I go home. Bro, I go home and I just fucking cried. I cried, bro. I was like, God, what is wrong with me, bro?
You
and
cried.
I just, I cried. Yeah.
I'm gonna hold that over
Low
your
point.
head forever.
Low point, bro. So look, fucking I don't text her after that. I don't hear from her again. About a year and a half goes by, right? I get like a DM on like in Instagram. And but I got in that setting where it's like if it's somebody you don't follow, like they put it in like another section.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
like other request area.
Yeah, basically. So it's been sitting there.
That's a wild spot.
DM's been sitting there for a minute, and I never knew that was a thing. So when I check it, it's like 3 months old, and it's her. And she's like, "Hey, I'm in," because she was living in Richmond at the time. She's like, "Hey, I'm in Fredericksburg. Let's hang out, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Oh, yo, like my bad. I'm just seeing this, blah blah blah." So
You replied?
yeah,
3 months later, I fell asleep.
Damn.
Sorry.
Yeah,
one of
like-
those. So she
I'm at work.
she still has my number. She hits me up and like we start talking and she's like, "Yeah, so you kind of hurt my feelings when you didn't hit me back." I go, I didn't know what to say. She fucking caught me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Yeah, my bad." Like couldn't give her no explanation. She goes, "Yeah, it's cool." We leave it at that. Months go down. I got a new girlfriend, and she was living in Richmond. So one night, I'm at her house in Richmond. I get a text from that girl, and she's like, she hit me up, and she was like, she was looking for weed, She goes, you know anybody who sells? And I didn't reply back.
Right.
Because, like, I think at this point I was about to, like,
You're in the middle of something.
I'm in the middle of something. You feel
Right.
me? So, like, I didn't reply back. Me and my girl go to bed. The next morning, I wake up, right? I get, like, 4 angry-ass texts. The first one goes, you're a fucking jackass. I was just trying to find some weed and you couldn't hit me back. You fucked me and you didn't text me back. You're a dickhole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, holy fucking shit.
Jesus Christ.
And my girl's right there.
Right.
So I'm like, delete. She hits me up on Instagram.
Oh, my God.
She just keeps going. And I'm like, I don't know what to say other than, like, I said, I was like, yo, we fucking talked about this. I apologize, blah, 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 blah. And she keeps going at me. She keeps going. So I go, thanks for the head. Take care of yourself. And I block her.
Oh,
And I block her,
hell
right?
no, I would have found your
And I
ass.
block her. She hits me up on Twitter. This is what she says, bro. She was lying because I knew she was lying. But this is what she said that just still put the fear of God in my chest. She goes, you might want to get yourself checked.
Oh.
I was like, holy fuck. But I had gotten tested like 2 months prior.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen her in like a year.
Oh,
at
I
this
do
point.
remember this story.
Yeah, so I was good. I knew she was lying, but I was just like, God damn,
I'ma do
bitches is
that shit.
devious, bro.
Next nigga who break my heart, he better
Holy
get checked.
shit.
Yeah.
Shit. That
Well,
is
fucking
traumatic.
Mhm.
That is
ruthless.
traumatic.
You better get checked.
If a nigga said that shit to me, I'd be like, oh, hell nah.
Bro, she threw a
Yo.
Hail fucking Mary, bro. She threw a Hail
What?
Mary.
What the?
I'm
Sacrificed
having your
herself.
ass robbed if you say some shit like that to me. You better say
Don't.
JK real quick.
I'm
Sacrificed
still
herself.
trying to figure out how you finessed I lost my wallet to staying in the car for an hour.
For an hour.
Where did she think you found it when you guys actually went to go see the movie?
No. I had the wallet on me the whole time. I think like she texted me the next morning. She's like, "Did you find your wallet?" I go, "Yeah, it was in my car."
Oh, did she buy the ticket?
She bought the ticket.
Oh
Damn.
my
pressed.
goodness. Yeah, she was. Oof.
Needless to say, I have not been on Plenty of Fish ever since. Because then when I went back to work, like after all this shit went down, my coworker goes, "Yeah, so have you been using Plenty of Fish?" I was like, "Fuck you, man." It was Latanya. It was Latanya.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Latanya.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Latanya. I had a topic, but
Well,
I forgot
that was
it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Thomas, we forgot it. Well, let me know if we come back to it.
Okay.
What's the next one?
You hit their favorite actors.
Oh,
Shaw's
yeah.
favorite actors.
Oh, yeah, we wanted to talk about favorite actors. You know some actors, Vesta?
I don't like the way she
All
said
I know is
Is
Michael
Michael
B.
B.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Eh, you already know what the fuck going on. Oh, shit.
it. Bro, I didn't know he was in Hardball.
Yeah.
But
Hardball?
He was a kid.
He was a kid.
I mean,
The
he's
kid-
31.
I think he was the kid that got kicked off the team.
Oh.
Remember that? And then he started gangbanging.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Okay.
say too much. I remember him in Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
I
can't
That's where he
watch
like.
it.
That's
I
where he was
couldn't-
like.
I couldn't
big,
finish
yeah.
it. I could
Really?
not finish it. No, because like I know they
Oh,
always
yeah,
post
yeah.
the scene on Twitter and shit.
Yeah,
And so when I
man.
know it's coming, I'm like, I can't watch it. It's fucking hard, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It hit
Yeah, it
me.
was wild.
It did hit me.
So Michael
I like
Jordan.
Michael B.
That's
Yeah,
your
this
favorite.
nigga wanted to talk about like top 5 favorite actors.
I don't really know any of my favorite actors' names.
Really? Do you know what
What
like?
movies they were in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot. I have a bad memory.
It's all good.
It's gonna take me a second.
Con, who are your favorite actors?
Y'all know Jesse Eisenberg,
No.
The
Social
Facebook
Network.
guy, right?
Social Network,
Yeah.
Adventureland,
Yeah,
Zombieland.
yeah. He's
Oh,
Him.
you had me as
he plays the perfect like asshole.
He's like a
He's good at
cool
playing. He's
nerd.
good at playing the fucking young kid with anxiety. He's
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
at that. I
He's
love
like
it.
the
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
nerd or
yeah.
whatever.
I like Jesse Eisenberg, J.K. Simmons. Have y'all seen Whiplash?
I have not seen Whiplash.
Y'all haven't seen Whiplash?
Nah, dude.
My nigga, you know what it's
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, the
No.
drummer, right? The drummer.
So this kid,
teacher.
right? Miles.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever.
Teller or whatever.
Miles Teller. So he's a drummer, and he's trying to get in this orchestra. J.K. Simmons, the guy who played Spider-Man's boss when Tobey Maguire was still Spider-Man.
Oh, that nigga.
Him, yeah. He plays this teacher who's like, anybody who gets in this class, like they graduate and go on to do like better and greater fucking things.
Spider-Man.
But he's a fucking hard ass, bro. Like it's cutthroat as shit. Like y'all can be rehearsing, and if somebody fucks up, he'll just kick them off and put another kid in there who wants that spot. So this kid Miles is like trying his damnedest to get in his class and then stay in there, and it's just like it's fucking crazy, bro. The J.K. Simmons plays like the best teacher in the world, but the absolute fucking worst.
They got him an
I'll stick
Oscar.
to Drumline.
Sure, I'm
This
sure you
nigga.
will.
What, you stay up? You stay up till 12 a.m. for that one? That was real good.
Why are you upset?
What?
I I was passionate.
That was fast.
No, I like J.K. Simmons. Oh, Seth Rogen. Obviously, Seth
Oh, yeah.
Rogen.
I don't like Seth.
Really?
You're
Yeah,
bugging.
him and
What do you want to say, James Franco?
no, James Franco's all right. Who plays in Step Brothers?
Oh, you talking
Will
about John-
Ferrell. Will Ferrell. I don't like him.
Here we go. Here's a topic.
Well, I don't.
Will Ferrell.
I don't like.
Here's what the
Let me
show
ask you a
is.
question.
I feel like
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Have you seen the other guys?
Yes,
You didn't laugh.
I didn't laugh because of him.
What do you
Actually,
mean you
I
didn't laugh because
I
of
didn't,
him?
I didn't laugh a lot. I
Turn my mic off.
It's not like my favorite comedy movie. It was like, this is okay.
What do you mean this is okay?
This is.
You didn't laugh not once?
Look, Will Ferrell's sense of humor, like his comedy, the way he goes about executing it, it's just not funny to me. I didn't like Step Brothers.
Okay, I do say that. Like, I think
Like-
a lot of niggas overhype Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's one of the. It's not. It wasn't that funny. It wasn't because of him. I love Will Ferrell. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck with the other guys.
I liked it. I just didn't
That's like
like
my
it.
favorite. I think that shit is hilarious. Will Ferrell made that movie, bro. You didn't like? Damn.
You like Elf?
Nah.
Nick.
We're done.
Yeah.
What?
Cut it
enough.
out. Cut it out.
Elf's not a good movie. No one likes Elf.
I
Now all of a
watched
sudden,
it.
Elf's not a classic.
It's
Got it.
not.
I honestly never liked that movie.
I never liked Elf.
Really?
Not because of Will Ferrell. I just don't want to see him as an elf.
It's just
I feel like
Christmas
it's
spirit. I'm just like
Oh, so you don't like
on
that.
some humbug type shit.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like Christmas spirit. That's what it is.
No, I liked
have-
it when
Yeah,
I
I
was
fuck
like
with it.
12.
Yeah, exactly.
I fuck with Christmas spirit.
Maybe
Yeah.
because I never get anything, so I'm kind of like,
I'll get you some this year.
I think I'm just. I don't know. I think I'm too old for
You
the
won't.
festivities.
will.
Honestly.
I will come back to this
Okay.
episode, and I will replay it in a loop.
Got it.
I will get you
What do you
something this year. Everything.
Okay, well, I don't have everything. What do you want?
Well, that's why you buy it, Nick.
Wait, what is this? What is this over?
I'm getting her a Christmas present this year.
Oh.
Oof.
Shit, I forgot my topic, but I want to talk about things that
Ye-
are things.
Go ahead. No, we
What
don't want
is
to talk
this?
about your episode.
Let me.
It's mine?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck,
You
I
think
should've
about
told
your
that.
topic. I'm gonna get my favorite actors off.
Oh, yeah, good.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah,
My
do
bad.
that.
You good?
Go ahead.
All right. I gotta say Denzel.
Trash.
All
Wrong.
right.
Fuck.
Oh,
Fucking
fucking right.
right.
That is old as shit.
Okay.
Everybody was like, all
All
right.
right.
Denzel, fine as shit. I'm sorry.
Bogans agrees.
Bogans agree.
That's an odd one.
That's what she said.
A lot of women will say Denzel's fine as shit.
Go
Continue.
ahead.
Kind of not a super popular one. He can be washy sometimes, but I like Mark Wahlberg. He gives me.
What do you mean not a
solid-
popular one?
Not. He doesn't have a lot of hits.
Wait,
bro.
wait, wait,
Sometimes,
wait. Have
sometimes
you-
he's very iffy.
Let's,
Sometimes he's
Wait.
very.
Let's
iffy.
back that up.
Have you seen the other guys?
Have you seen
Yes.
the other guy?
And that
That's
didn't make you
why-
laugh.
Have
That's
you seen Boogie
why-
Nights? Have you seen Boogie Nights?
Yes. No.
You haven't seen Boogie Nights?
No.
Watch Boogie Nights and say that, and then reevaluate.
I have
Watch
not seen
Boogie.
Okay.
Nights.
Watch
Okay.
Boogie Nights, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah, fuck man.
I was never big on that.
Y'all see The Martian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
shit.
why. That's what made me
That's a great
a
movie.
huge fan.
I watch the movie every day. I will watch it, not have it.
Jamie Foxx.
Because of Ray.
He fine as shit too.
Bruh, I haven't seen him play a bad role.
That is true. Wait, what about
That's
his
true.
Spider-Man role?
Okay, wait.
What?
It wasn't bad. I don't think it was bad, but everyone says it was bad.
Oh
Okay, wait.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone said it
I
was
haven't
bad.
seen that role.
That shit was funny as hell.
You being funny?
No, deadass.
You haven't seen it was.
haven't seen-
Everyone says
He
it was
wasn't
shit.
Spider-Man.
I didn't watch that
He wasn't.
trilogy.
He wasn't.
He wasn't Spider-Man. He,
wasn't-
was like,
No, I know.
He was.
I
He
know
was.
that. Yeah,
He
I know.
was. He was Electro. He was
That
Yeah,
was
no, I
one of
know
my
that, yeah.
least favorite of his. It wasn't
I didn't think it was
terrible,
bad.
but it wasn't like.
I remember going to see it with Zane, and he was like, "Bruh, it's fucking trash, bruh. It's
Oh
not
my
good."
God.
And I'm sitting here like, "Yes, it is." He's like, "It's not. I promise you, it's not."
But I mean, when you get into those movies, it's like, do you like the overall story?
I didn't-
Like,
I
but when
didn't
you
see
read the
Spider-Man.
comics and you see the movies, you're like,
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was fine.
I liked it.
I liked
Now
it.
here's
yeah.
a real dark, like a deep cut.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Who the
Really?
fuck names their child Billy
Now
Bob
look,
after
look,
9
look,
months?
look.
White
And I'll
people.
explain this one.
I'll hear you out, bro. I never gave a fuck about Billy Bob.
Billy isn't a versatile actor.
He plays
can't
the
play
same
any
nigga.
role.
He's
He
the
plays
same
the
He's like
same
the white.
one.
He's the white Ice Cube.
But look, he plays that same one very well.
I didn't
Every
like
time
any
he
Bad
does it,
Santa.
I know.
I
I
didn't
mean,
like the Bad Santa
Bad
shit.
Santa. I just watched
Bad News Bears.
Yeah, he always plays the
Oh,
old
that
washed up kid.
nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
I
Yeah.
Cannot stand that nigga. Dirty ass
him.
nigga. I'm
Yeah.
sick
I like
of
him.
him.
And
then
Angelina
Michael-
Jolie was like fucking the shit out of him.
He's always like
Yep,
homeless
they were
and
together.
shit.
Yeah.
It just pisses
Yeah,
me
he's
off.
always like a drunk. Yeah, he plays the same role over and over and over again.
He did
but
have one
I
good
enjoy
movie
it.
where I liked him.
Because he's
but-
dirty.
Yeah.
He's good for nothing else.
Mm.
I enjoy it. Can
I
we
like
count
Matt
Donald
Damon.
Glover as an actor?
Yeah,
Yes.
of
Okay,
course.
then yeah, he'll make it over Michael B.
Y'all ready for Robin season?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he's actually telling
Oh, yeah,
us.
on
He's like,
Thursday.
the biggest topic next week is going to be Atlanta.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it's
No,
coming.
but we're
Like,
not going to talk about it though
literally
because
this
I don't
Thursday.
watch it, and it's my episode.
It's on Hulu.
What does that mean?
Go watch it.
I don't have Hulu. You think
That's
niggas is rich?
That's
Damn,
Hulu's
I
fault.
have a question that has been causing arguments
Damn,
throughout.
we ain't here next.
Let her
Go ahead,
fucking
go ahead.
no.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sure,
let
sure.
me fucking
Okay.
do me.
You got it. You got
So-
it.
Oh yeah.
This guy's bothering you, Vest?
Why is it me? He was cutting them off.
This guy bothering you, Vest?
Anyway, go ahead.
Are hot dogs sandwiches?
No.
Ooh.
Yes, the
I don't
fuck
think so.
they
Yeah,
are.
no.
Okay, no, because
What is a sandwich?
Bread and meat.
If we're gonna have,
what?
is it that black and white?
Bread and meat.
No,
It
it's
might be.
not.
All right, so wouldn't a hot dog technically be a sub,
First of all,
Oh,
which is a
yeah.
type of sandwich?
I would say it's more of a sub than
Which
a
is a
sandwich.
type of sandwich?
Oh,
Is it
shit.
type- oh.
Y'all are
no.
done.
Wait, no, because
Oh shit.
a sandwich can't be a sandwich if you take away the bread. A hot dog is still a hot dog if you take away the bread.
That is true. That is true.
You can have a meat sandwich.
You can.
It's not a sandwich.
Uh-huh. Some meat and some Doritos. I'll eat that shit.
Doritos.
I'll
You don't
eat
put
that
Doritos on your
shit.
sandwich?
I put Doritos on my sandwich.
No.
That's
I'll
why you're
eat
fired.
It
What person in their right mind doesn't? Do you like
might be a
mayonnaise?
sandwich.
You like mayonnaise?
What kind? Before, if you say yeah,
What?
you like mayonnaise, Nick. It's a simple question.
Don't on something.
Do
Yeah.
you
Not
like
by itself?
mayonnaise? Then you like if you like it on
Nobody
something.
eats. I wasn't.
Yes, Nick.
Why would I ask?
Do you like
I don't
mayonnaise,
know.
Nick? Yes or no? Do you like mayo?
This is on some other white shit. That's why
He's ducking and dodging, bro. Do you like mayo?
Yes.
What kind? You like Miracle Whip or Hellman's?
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
whoa! Miracle Whip is not
No,
fucking
that's
mayo.
Miracle Whip is not mayo.
Just want,
That shit's
Yeah.
disgusting.
wanted to make sure,
So
bro.
no. Yeah, no.
You like Miracle Whip, don't you? You look like you like Miracle
I
Whip.
mean, I don't eat it, so I just don't.
You a
even
Miracle
know.
Whip
You're
ass
a Miracle
motherfucker.
Whip ass nigga.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't. I mean, when I get stuff, I don't really put condiments. The only condiment you'll
Ah,
probably see is
shit.
like ketchup and mustard.
Okay, but you were
And
complaining
money.
about homegirls cooking, but you don't. No condiments.
No condiments, but I can season the shit out of some meat. Like,
So we gonna season our sandwiches.
Pause.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Seasoning ourselves. Okay, let's
I
talk
can
about
cook.
masculinity since this is what we're doing now. Let's talk about masculinity.
I can cook. It's just I don't have to use condiments on it because it'll have all the flavor you need right there. You don't have to add shit to it. Maybe salt and pepper if you want more salt and pepper, but I'm gonna cook that shit.
Wait, hold up. I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm noticing why his preferences are the way they are.
Go ahead. Why? Why?
What? What are my preferences?
I want to know.
He's like the
Oh shit.
the
Do it. Say it.
the black kid that doesn't fit in with the black kids.
Oh, the alternative black.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't-
that
That's
one.
me.
They both are.
Wrong.
Yeah.
I'm alternative black, bro.
You look like you just robbed
He
my aunt.
looks like it, but he doesn't.
You know me.
I don't know you.
Oh,
Nah, right. No.
I'm the
she just wants to hurt me, bro. It's okay.
Right.
I'm gonna hurt everyone.
That's
I'm
facts.
the Chameleon Black. I can fit in.
Oh,
anywhere.
this nigga.
Chameleon Black.
I'm
That's
You know what? I can feel that on a personal
That's the
level.
name of the episode.
All right, my nigga. Yeah.
Chameleon Black is the name of the episode.
I mean, you stick me in a group of white people, I'm gonna make sure I come out alive. You stick me in a group of black people, I'm gonna make sure I come out alive. So, you put me anywhere. You put me in Latin America, I'm gonna pick up on the Spanish. I'm gonna make sure I
Aren't
come
you
out
half
alive.
Spanish?
Yeah, my mom, but
Just a little bit.
My mom.
I mean, like that's
That
what
old
that's what I'm
chestnut.
saying. Like you put me anywhere. I just got taste and everything, but my cooking is black. If that's what you were trying to get at.
That's what I'm looking for. A nigga who can cook soul food.
Mm.
I'm trying to get thick.
That was super loud.
Mm.
Oh my god! I'm
Pause.
taking my headphones off.
You say pause?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to think.
You said masculinity. You can touch on that.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about the local music scene for once? That's all I know
Again?
about.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
We can
go
know.
again.
Let's.
I'm down.
Let's
get more. You know, I want to hear what she says about it.
Oh shit! Oh, for real?
I do
No,
wanna
like,
hear
I don't know, like
I want to hear what she says. I also want to hear what Bogans says.
Yeah, no, because we've been
outside
talking
looking
about it
in.
like the last couple of times, but it's just
He
us.
said not on no confrontation because he knows how the fuck I'm coming. Niggas were mad as shit at me on Twitter.
Why?
For what?
I don't know if you saw, but I woke up one morning, everybody's tweeting about, nobody supports me, blah, blah, no support. You guys are fake. Well, I was like, oh, shit. Now I got to speak on this shit, so these
I feel like
niggas
I
shut
know
up.
4
Was
people
it
that did
recently?
that.
It was like a couple weeks ago.
All right, but go on.
So the last tweet that I saw, I don't remember who it was from. All I know is that it triggered me. I was like, look, this is how I'm going to start it. Stop complaining about niggas who don't support you and appreciate the ones who do, or some shit like that. That shit went up in like 2 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Do it.
Then I said, I followed the tweet like in a chain tweet type of thing.
Thread,
Like
yeah.
a thread.
And, yeah, like a thread. And I was like, put yourself on. That shit went up.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there was another one that was like, what the fuck did I say? Something about how like people. Oh yeah, I was like, y'all complain about support and blah blah blah. You're less worried about making quality music. Some of y'all just suck.
Yeah.
Niggas
Okay,
were
I remember
mad.
that. I remember
Niggas
that.
were mad,
Yeah.
and I was like, I mean,
Niggas came at you.
shit,
Wow.
they know better. But the thing is that it seems like everybody else is sugarcoating it on Twitter because they feel like people are gonna come at them. Nobody ever says shit to me. I don't know why, but it's great.
I know why.
But I know why.
I know why.
It-
Yeah.
But
We've talked about it, but go on.
I said that, and then like a couple days later, I was like, Virginia breeds legends. Some nigga who was obviously mad I never followed him back. I saw that I think Hutch favorited it. That's the only reason it popped up because it was like a suggested tweet.
Yeah.
Hutch.
I was kind of hurt that Hutch favorited it because that's my man's, but it was like in quotations, Virginia breeds legends, yet you continue to bash people or locals who are trying to be legends. I was like, first of all, sis, I quoted that shit because I don't let nobody disrespect me. I quoted that shit. I was like, oh, is this a shot at me? Never replied. I was like, there's a difference between bashing and constructive criticism.
That's what it is.
I
man.
said, tighten up.
I'm gonna say this
You
right
never said
now.
nothing else.
If anyone who's offended by what you just said in those tweets is not gonna be no fucking legend.
That's what I said. I
I'm
was
telling
like,
you right now
I was like,
because
you cannot
there-
take this
I can
criticism.
Right. I can already tell you right now, your mind stays all the way fucked up. I'm not even 1 cent affected by what you just said right now, and that's why I know I'm gonna fucking win on some real shit. If that offends you, then you're guilty, bro.
Dang, take
When you
the
go-
advice from a legend.
When you fucking right, when you go fucking
Right.
when you just see some shit and it's like totally negative, it doesn't have your fucking name on it, and you're offended, that because it applies to you in some way.
Yeah.
This subtweet shit is all fucking bullshit when you look at it, because really you're just reading something that somebody said and you're putting your fucking head in it like that somehow
That must be
affects
about me.
you.
I'll put
Right.
it this way, bro. I deleted Twitter off my phone because it was just
Word.
like I was starting to fall for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And plus, Twitter's like I hate when niggas say it because it sounds so cliche. But they're right. Twitter's not a real place, bro. It's not a real place. Like
I've
if-
never
if-
heard
when
anybody say
when
that.
I don't have it on my phone, I'm not thinking about it.
I'm
So-
always thinking about
Yeah,
it.
no. When you turn it off, bro, it's gone.
Yeah, but
And
I mean,
that-
like
that-
the fact that. I mean, to piggyback what off y'all said, yeah, I mean the only niggas that spoke up about that tweet were the niggas who like
are going to fail.
No, like it applies to them. They feel
Yeah,
some type of
exactly.
way about
That
it.
too.
The thing about it is that what really got to me is that I recognized this guy as somebody I didn't follow back because I didn't know him. So he unfollowed me first of all. Then he said something about my tweet,
Right.
which is fine. That's cool. But like, you might want to watch your mouth because I'm gonna say something.
I think,
If
niggas around here just need to suck it up, bro.
If
No one
someone
around
goes
here knows how to
around-
take criticism. Nobody
They
around
take
here.
it as
that
you
too.
not supporting them.
They take
And
it as support.
honestly,
They take it as you saying their shit's
if
trash.
you are giving somebody constructive criticism, that is support in itself.
Yeah.
You're trying to make somebody better. And niggas get mad at me. Okay, I don't know where the fuck my plays came from on SoundCloud and shit, but niggas get mad at me because they feel like I feel like I'm better than them. I joke about the shit, but in actuality, I always try to help other people win. If I can put other people on, I try.
Vesta's one of the most supportive people. I don't know if anyone really notices that, but I see her do it. Like,
Yeah.
she talks a lot about herself, but on some real shit, she really do be out here like treating people and like you'll like tweet out some random show flyer like go support
Yeah,
so
and,
like
like,
I see it all the time.
A
Like,
lot of
it's crazy.
people will message me and they're like, please post your advice regularly and stuff, because it really gets me through the day. Like I don't really post advice on Twitter, but Instagram, they're like, oh my gosh, this really helped, like I really needed to see this and blah blah blah. So like here and there, because I see a lot of people also saying like, oh, producers need more credit, nobody ever credits so and so. So I'm like, make sure that you thank people personally that are helping you with your music, blah blah blah. Like I let people know, like I really, like, the people that I work with, they know that they're appreciated.
Oh yeah.
They never go unnoticed ever.
No.
So even like people that I don't really talk to regularly, like when I had that interview with DMV Daily, I was like, let me throw their name in there because they were still there.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's not hard to support people, but if I also don't really like your music, I'm not really gonna like.
That's another thing, dog. Is like, it's okay to not like somebody's music. That don't mean that you fucking hate them. But you know, I get it.
I still like retweet your music at least, even if I don't like it. But if you're my man's, I'll retweet it. But that's another thing. Some people that make music and stuff, some people that are my friends or whatever, most times I don't see it. I'm so focused on myself that I don't see what the fuck y'all got going on. So if I don't retweet it or I don't repost it on SoundCloud, don't be mad.
Same shit.
It's my Twitter page. It's my SoundCloud. I don't owe y'all that.
Right.
So
I mean, it's.
I think, because I was talking to Noose, because I called him like a couple weeks ago just to check on him, and I let him do most of the talking. I was just kind of just listening, and he said something. He was like, "What?" I'm trying to remember how he said it. He asked me, he goes, "Dog, what is it gonna take for like Nova to prosper or some shit like that?" He said something along those lines. I go, "Dog, niggas in Nova just gotta stop being so fucking bitter."
Yeah.
Because what I see on my timeline is, first of all, everybody's. I mean, I got it in my name, so I guess I can't really say too much about it. But it's kind of annoying just to see everyone be like, "Virginia breeds legends. We've done this, we've done that, and
Hey,
no
fuck
one will
you."
claim us." No, I mean, like, I don't. It's just like, you know how like when an older rapper is finally out the game, and he'll just keep reminding you of his accomplishments over and over again, but he got nothing new to bring. It just looks like that now.
You mean? Oh, never mind. I ain't even gonna start no controversy.
It just looks like that now. It's a bunch of niggas being like, Virginia breeds, legends, and we got this and we got that. And it's like, yeah, we know, but like,
But they're not out here being legendary.
yeah, y'all ain't out here being legendary. Y'all are
also
like,
let's
y'all are
now do some
bitching.
new shit.
Y'all are
Yeah,
bitching.
let's do some new shit
Yeah.
instead of talking about the old shit. Like, we get it. Like, Drum, Gold Link, they're out there. They're doing it.
You know
we get
why?
it.
Which is another thing that niggas were mad at me about, because these niggas keep making shows at the same 3 venues with the same 17
the same
people.
17 people, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going? I'm not going to this show. I'm not paying for it. First of all, I'd pay for it if y'all had some quality ass acts, but you don't. And then you have venues that be ready to kick niggas out for nothing. There's too many people. It's too loud. Whatever. Niggas starting fights and shit. Remember that venue in Woodbridge?
Fuck yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
It's a lot
I
of
feel
shit.
like niggas are not trying to branch out, and then they blame where they are.
I tweeted this the other day. I said, Virginia right now isn't a well. Y'all like to say Nova. I like to say the whole Virginia because I see everything. I see Richmond and 7-5. I see all of it. At least from where my scope has landed on, I see it, a lot of it. So, and I see a lot of the similarities, like with Nova, with Richmond, with 757. There's a lot of similarities between like what's wrong. And I think we just really need to be at the point where, and even DMV too, like I see some DC and Maryland stuff happen too, but we all are at the point where, like, because we've been doing, like you said, we're doing the same 17 people at the same 3 venues, right? We should be at a point where we're literally taking shit and throwing it against the wall and see what fucking sticks. Like, we are literally just, we need to try everything. Like, the shit that's about to come out with Khan very soon, not even musically, just the shit we're about to do, like, is about to be, like, so different because we're just trying shit. And, like, that's what we want to, like, we just got to change the game every day. He fucking said that one time, and I say it every day now. We got to change the game every day. We got to do something different every day because, literally, we get it. You can go out there and get the crowd hype and jump up and down, but then you're still broke. You're still not doing nothing. You're still fucking got the same amount of followers that aren't invested in you at all. Like, it's still, like, we get it. You can do that. Now what else can you fucking do? Like, that's not impressive anymore. None of that is impressive anymore.
Let's not forget that by branching out, doing a show in New York is cool, but doing a show in New York every 2 weeks is not you being international, my nigga.
It's not.
Go
No,
somewhere else.
Not even close.
New
It's-
York.
Well, that's another thing too. I heard this on someone else's podcast. I think it was Beastly. They were saying like, they were like, go where the fucking money's at. If you have a whole bunch of fans and fucking, Beastly said about Beastly said about Peter Sutton. He has a whole bunch of fans in Utah, so he did a fucking show in Utah and killed it.
Really?
Figure out where
Utah.
figure out where your fucking fan base is and follow it. If you don't have a fucking fan base here in Virginia, then go somewhere else. Khan told me at one point in time, he said, look, man, my top SoundCloud followers right now are in D.C. Bet. Month later, we got a D.C. show. And it was fucking amazing.
And we
My
got
fans
paid.
are
We
in
got a
South
bag.
Africa.
Con
Australia.
Harden went up, bro.
Goddamn.
I'm telling you, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just fucking figure this shit out. It's not as simple as throwing a show down the road and getting a bunch of dudes who you already know, you already hang out with every day to jump around with you. That's not success.
Actually, I don't know how exclusive it is, but fucking what's his name? Oh, Zara Bash. He's supposed to be going to Switzerland. They
That's
booked
dope.
him in Switzerland.
That's
like
dope.
that's
He
crazy.
probably has a cool fan base in Switzerland, so
Man, his music's
his team or
crazy.
whoever it is figure that out, and they're like, bet we gotta save up and go to fucking Switzerland.
That's
throw a
another thing,
show.
bro. It's like niggas around here, and I would know because I'm fucking from there. Woodbridge niggas are cheap.
Oh yeah.
Woodbridge niggas are cheap.
don't wanna
And what
spend no
niggas
money.
don't realize, dog, is you got to spend bread.
Oh yeah.
You have to spend bread. Like, and Woodbridge niggas are like the masters of trying to finesse,
We
dog.
talked
Like,
about the money part already.
yeah, and like the money part is a big part. Like,
Bogans
niggas
knows
don't
how-
know you got to spend money. Like, if you really want to take it to that next step.
Spend money
I've
to
been
make
talking.
money.
I've been
Yeah.
talking about this show that we're doing in Fredericksburg in a month now.
I can't wait for that shit.
Word.
But I'm broke
I
as fuck,
appreciate
so
you.
I'm sneaking in.
I'll get you in somehow. Don't worry about it. I know the guy who's running it.
Ooh, you hear that?
But no, but Bogans is my partner in the Lovelace shit now, and he knows how expensive it is to put this on. But we got it.
I mean,
It's
shit.
happening. You know what I mean? And this is not the only one we're doing. We have many.
It's not the only
plans.
one we've done.
It's not the only
Yeah, it's
one
not
we've
the only
done
one
either.
they've done.
So we know what it takes to get this stuff on, and everyone a lot of people still talk about the shows that we used to do under the clothing brand name.
Oh, Unboxed and
Yeah,
Cold
Unboxed,
Smoke.
Cold Smoke. People still talk about those shows. No one talks about these fucking other shows that people are talking about.
Yeah, man.
No
I mean,
one does.
I know a lot about the mentality thing. It's hard to get out of that mentality. I will say though,
I mean,
nobody supports me. I mean,
yeah.
you think about
I'm pretty
how
sure,
many-
like, if you're an artist that lives here, you felt that way like once or twice. It's hard.
That's just an artist.
It's
feeling.
an artist feeling,
I've
bro.
never
And
felt like that.
Don't-
I see
it's-
now.
it's
I've
not
battled
even-
with that, and it's hard. I've definitely been the bitter
But
nigga that's
also,
like,
another thing that's like whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. A lot of people say that it's easier for me because I'm a female. I don't have videos out. I don't have pictures out.
no,
so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
no.
But
should just-
but you have battled with not wanting to do it at points. You've battled.
Yeah,
with,
but not because of support.
No. It's
Yeah,
but,
this-
but it's saying like it's just the artist like thing. It's like it's.
There's
just
always
like-
a point where you
There's
want to
also
quit.
there's second guessing all the time.
Mhm.
It's always a realm of second guessing. I do it. I know Bogans does it.
Yeah, it's-
we all fucking do it.
It's not
dude.
just music. It's whenever you want to start something. Whenever you want to go in one direction, your mind just creates these mental blocks, and you just got to get over that shit.
This
Like,
show
you
is a
just gotta
huge
do it.
example of me second guessing myself.
Yeah.
I mean,
gotta
I created
go.
this because I wasn't feeling what I was doing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I wanted to do something different, so let's do this. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but there's also an example of me throwing shit at the wall and seeing what fucking sticks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been interviewing people for fucking a year and a half. Let me just sit down and hang out with my friends every day.
I want to start
every
a
week.
podcast.
You know what I mean? Like,
You don't want to do that. It's stressful.
it is pretty
It's
shit.
I mean,
stressful. I'm fucking around. It's fun.
No,
it's
it's
fun.
fun.
Hey, you
Is
didn't
it?
like
That's fun.
waking up at 9 a.m.
I wouldn't wake up at 9 a.m. for my
Yeah,
own.
Nah, the podcast.
I
is
never
fun.
used to wake up early, but I mean, but it's just that example. Like, dude, just fucking try other shit, man. Do something different. Like the lineup that's about to come out. No one's ever seen a lineup like I've put together.
Not even. I
Like,
don't know. I think
around
niggas just
here.
need to try, bro.
Like-
Niggas
Who's on
would-
the lineup again?
I haven't announced it, but I'll announce it right here if you want.
Ooh,
And
announce
that
the
was that
lineup.
beat.
This is tentative until
Exclusive.
March 2nd, but I will say who it is. So, we have Ja P from Fredericksburg, the area of Fredericksburg. We
Nice
have
guy. I've met him before.
we have hometown Paulie Paulie's on our.
Hey, I know that guy.
Shout out to Paulie.
He makes thick thumping beats.
We have Jang and Devontae time on.
Love of my life.
Yeah, we have them coming through. We have Gaz the rapper from Manassas.
Oh, you got Gaz?
That nigga keeps following and unfollowing me.
He's dope.
Gaz is funny, bro.
He's a dope dude.
I think he wants me to follow him back.
He actually texted me the other
should.
day. He said he's
You
really
should.
excited because he got like a lot of people like hyped for this show.
No,
So
he's
I'm
a really
excited
nice
for
guy.
him. Yeah.
That's fine.
We got who I said Jang, Joppy, Paulie, Gaz, Big Dog 97.
What?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You got him?
Are you
Yeah, I
fucking
did.
Oh,
kidding
shit.
me?
Yeah,
That nigga's crazy.
I love him. He
Yeah.
brings crazy people, dog. I love that shit. There's one fucking more. Fuck me. It's hosted by Key. Shout out to Key. She's a girl from Manassas. She wants to be like a radio. She has a lot of aspirations. And
Oh, yeah, I saw
love-
you mentioned her on Twitter.
Yeah, I love her to death. She's gonna music by DJ Wonton, of course. Shout out to DJ
I know
Wonton.
that
All
guy.
bangers.
There's one more fucking person. I
All
hate myself
Bangers.
right now.
Nick. All bangers.
Oh,
I hate myself every day.
Oh.
I am forgetting
How
somebody
nice.
and I hate it. I'm so sorry to this person I'm forgetting.
He's not sorry.
I am really sorry.
What about slavery?
I'm sorry about that too.
Remember that one line where he's like, when I say slavery, you say sorry.
Oh, yeah. That shit's wild.
There's somebody else. Oh fuck, Sinbad.
Oh,
Fucking
Sinbad.
I'm
Oh.
so sorry, Sinbad.
I
He's
fuck
not
with
sorry.
Sim- Man,
Sinbad's like my almost like headliner in a way. Sinbad.
See,
Shout out to Sinbad,
me and Sinbad have been in multiple Twitter arguments because we both got slick ass mouths.
yo. Yeah.
But when my Twitter got hacked, he was the first one to try to help me get it back. He
Really?
was like, I know a hacker. I know this, that.
Because
I
he wants to
support
fight
you.
with you still.
Yeah, he wants to fight with me.
Yo,
But
it'd
I
be
didn't
fun
know
to
that.
fight with some people sometimes. Like if you know that you're like gonna just squash it at the end, like it's fun to go back and forth with people.
I like
But
it when people get
shout
mad
out to
at me.
Sinbad,
Oh,
man.
man.
I'm
And
so
I'm like,
sorry for
Aw.
Me
I'm
and
so sorry for forgetting.
look
you,
during
man,
the
bro.
Super Bowl, me and Zane got into it with Rochambeau.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you were
We
talking
got
about
into
Oh,
it on
I
Twitter.
saw that.
You saw that, yeah? Because they were complaining about the Justin Timberlake Prince
Yeah,
tribute,
yeah,
right?
yeah, you
And
told
The
so,
audacity.
but me and Zane, like A, K, we're brothers, and then
Yeah.
B, like we both love JT. So I started. I was like, you know me, I fucking say disrespectful shit. So I said something along the lines of like, fucking grow the fuck up and suck my dick if you don't like JT's performance or some shit. And then some other kid spoke up, and I said something back, and then fucking Mikey and Jay jump in. And I forgot. So I hit up Zane because I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to say to him. So I hit up Zane. I'm like, Zane. I was like, bruh, help me out here. Just fucking help me out. So Zane writes notes. He writes notes, and he goes, post that, and then tag me in it. And it was a bunch of shit. So we start going back and forth with him. But then, like, when it finally stopped, we were like, hey, still all good. We're good.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Who the fuck?
That show's March 23rd, by the way. That's coming up. We'll definitely be promoting it like super soon.
Brainwave's going to be there, too.
Hey, Brainwave. Oh, and then Bomb Beats is gonna do live podcasting.
Jay and them?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
gonna
shit.
come through and do a live podcast. So
Vesta's not hip to
if you're
Officer
coming to the
Brainwave.
show, definitely get your fucking interview.
Not who?
Do you know who
Bomb
Officer
Beats?
Brainwave is?
Oh, Officer Brainwave. Do you know who Officer Brainwave is?
Bomb Beats?
Do you know Bomb Beats?
Yeah, actually, I think Jang and Devontae did the interview
They
with
did.
him.
There was a
Yeah, I think it was their second episode, and then they wanted me to come back, but
Yeah, they told us.
what am I supposed to do? Walk?
True.
A girl is struggling. Pick me
You
up.
worked that out. Do you know Officer Brainwave?
I know faces.
That's a great answer.
That means
What a great answer.
she's not hip to
Oh
that. She's
my
not hip to the
goodness.
hip hop cop.
Yo,
Oh,
that is.
Oh, yeah, I ignore that shit. Yeah, he's mentioned me.
Word?
I know exactly who runs the fucking account. I was like, you know what?
What'd he say?
Some bullshit. So I
He
just
dissed me over the week.
He has a diss track.
Really?
Oh,
He
I
dissed
saw it
Leon
on
and
It was
Nick.
fun, right?
Of course he dissed Leon. Of course.
Your last name is boring because you're stuck in the mud.
Okay.
That was bullshit.
ASAP.
He's
Lil
getting
Bill.
it. That verse is.
I don't see it coming, bro.
Word.
I don't think it's
That's
coming.
about.
It's just Nick talking shit.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do it.
How
right
long
now.
have we been talking? Because I want to keep going forever.
We can go. We can keep going. It's an hour now. Hour 15. So
That's
we're good.
actually not long.
What do you want
What?
to talk about?
You have topics. You just want to talk.
I just like talking.
Yeah,
I like
talk,
hearing
talk.
myself talk.
What's next for you in music?
Huh?
You
What's next for your
always
music?
digging for some shit. I don't
Yes, I'm an interviewer at heart. So what's next?
know. Okay, don't be
Okay.
aggressive. Actually, I'm supposed to be dropping the Forgotten Language.
Ooh.
That's right.
Hip-hop.
Is that another EP or is that a full length?
It depends because how I take
Right.
songs off and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So right now the track list is about 7 tracks.
So that's EP.
How many unreleased songs do you have?
Mind your business. So
Oh.
I'm 1 track away from finishing this project.
Uh-huh.
But before I drop this project, I am shooting a video for How Singers Cry.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to do that.
So that's happening.
I don't know when I'm going to drop the project. Hopefully next month. I've got 2 solid features on it.
Hip hop.
And that's really it.
Could you imagine if Vesta's song came on then? Yeah!
Oh my.
I actually have
Officer
I have 3 projects in the works right now.
Oh shit.
Really?
Because then I have I have a
Hey.
3-track EP coming out for the summertime. And hopefully, not even hopefully, I will have Masego on that, Joe. So, yeah.
I still have the
Speaking to
voicemails
assistants.
from like when we were doing Land of the G's, and I still have Vestas.
What was mine? Oh, when I was cussing your
Oh,
ass
you're
out.
cussing
Oh,
me out,
yeah.
yeah.
That shit's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually listening to some old songs from you remember Eli, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was showing me some old songs, and I remember, I guess I sent him like a voicemail for one of his songs. Disgusting. 14-year-old me, like my voice.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I was like, hey, Eli, I know that we're fighting. Like, it was just, oh my God. I wish that all of the old music that I did would
The
disappear.
Land of the G's Vesta voicemail is like.
Oh, that was funny, bro.
I don't even remember it.
I remember like my sister. She
Thought I
heard it.
told you.
Yeah, she heard it because at this point she had just got hip to Vesta's music and like she loves Vesta's music, so she was just like, she was like, yo, who's that like screaming at you? She was like, she's like, she don't sound white because like they have to say that only date white girls. But you're like, she don't sound white. I go, that's Vesta.
Kennedy.
I go, that's Vesta. She goes, the singer Vesta. I go, yeah. She goes, do y'all date? I'm like, no, it's just a skit.
Whoa,
It's just a skit. Yeah.
whoa.
Whoa.
But yeah, I still have that. Still have those voicemails.
I wanted to ask you, Bogans, how do you feel about? Have you gotten hip to any of the local artists? yet?
Man, I just listened to DJ Wonton. He puts me. I don't know
Bruh,
who I'm
that's what
listening
we
He
to.
said,
put me
bro.
on to like 2 brand new niggas, bro. Mac Derrico and Ty Safari.
So what
You didn't know about Ty Safari?
No.
What the fuck? I
Yeah.
put you
Alright.
on to Ty Safari
When?
he did that song with Vaughn.
Oh shit.
Gothic Girl? That's
Oh,
like,
that was him.
That shit
Nah,
crazy.
Terry played me this new joint he did called Shift. That shit is hard.
He's the modern day Ray Shremmerd.
Really?
Yeah, bro. He can do a lot of shit. He can do a lot
He's
of shit.
crazy.
Yeah. So
So you
like
just listen to Wonton mixes?
yeah, because I get into like I like to find a zone. So I have to listen to somebody that can put me like in one specific zone. So I listen to Wonton.
You don't listen to
Oh,
him?
I'll put a track on repeat. Like I put Stand Back on repeat. I promise you,
Yeah.
on my Google Play, it probably has like 50
Oh, me,
plays.
yeah.
So like, I find like just an area I'm gonna hone in on. So I don't know who I'm listening to,
Right,
but
right,
I'm
right.
pretty
Norfolk
sure
right
I've
now.
heard songs.
I fuck with Norfolk heavy right now. Everybody
I
comes out of
listened
Norfolk
to
is fire.
you actually a long time ago, and I remember saying like, this is before SZA got big. It was like on her Z thing, and I said when I listened to it, and I was like, what? What's this new sound of like R&B? I didn't know like you were. I didn't know who you were, obviously. And to everybody that's listening, this is pretty much my first time having a conversation with Vesta.
Right,
I don't think that was introduced.
You probably didn't expect
That's
me to be like
that's
this.
why she got my taste, my preference wrong. But like before I knew anything about you, I thought that you were somebody in like a camp like far away. I didn't know your name or anything. So I was like, this new like R&B sound, I'm really liking it. Now ask me what the song's called, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
And I think CP actually heard it, and this was at the very beginning of Vincenzo when we were trying
shit,
to get you to
first
do
popped
something,
off.
and then you quit music. So I was like, oh well.
I didn't quit.
She
was
took a
just
hiatus.
I was rapping. Shit, you know what? Shabuzi told me that, or he told his manager, which is now my manager, that I was SZA before she was SZA. Do you know how fucking honored I was? Like, I could have cried. I love SZA. I loved SZA before she blew up. Shit. I'm about to cry.
Yeah, her Z tape to me was like ridiculous.
Z
And then,
was crazy. Front to back, no skips.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
the
you've
first
been
time
listening to
I-
Wonton stuff?
The first time
Yeah,
I heard
just
Vesta,
Wonton.
I think it was. You remember Logan?
Yeah.
Logan.
He got me up. I was at his crib one day. This is like You were definitely like 14 or 15.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she,
So he played me this song. I was on SoundCloud. It was like you were rapping and singing. I forgot what it was called. You. That's what it was. It was you. And then like he FaceTime called you, and you probably don't remember. He FaceTime called you, but I was there, and I was just like, "Hi, I like your music," and you were just like, "Oh, thanks." And then like
like me.
maybe like 3-4 years later, I'm at the MCX, and I'm walking into the Subway, and I see Vesta making sandwiches, and I was like, "Are
Look,
you?"
I don't make sandwiches, okay?
And I was like, "Are you Vesta?" And she goes,
You're a sandwich artist.
"I go, are you Vesta?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Oh, I'm Con," and she's just like, "Oh," and that's how I met Vesta.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck?
I think you came into my line at Target. That's how I met you.
Yeah, I was like,
You're like, you're Nick, right?
You're
I'm like,
Nick.
Yeah. I was like, I'm Vesta.
I might be the only person who's met you and actually said Nick instead of Neek.
I think. Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably.
That's crazy.
Tyler did the same thing when he met me.
Tyler.
Righteous. Yeah, he when he met me, he knew me off of that cipher that we did.
Oh my fuck!
So he was like, "Yo, are you?" I don't even want to say my old rap name.
No.
but-
Cynical.
Yeah.
Z-Quicks.
He said, "Yo." He said, "Yo, are you cynical?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yo, that fucking verse was fucking
Remember when Nick
hard,
was
bro."
Z-Quicks?
oh my
Oh
goodness.
I
god.
remember when I met Tyler Righteous, I thought that this nigga was just a little nerdy nigga. Then he got on the stage. I was like,
Killing it,
what
right?
the fuck is this? And his production is crazy.
Yeah, I met
But
Tyler at a party.
you met Tyler at a party?
Did I meet Tyler at Muffin Meat?
We went to
Probably, yeah.
me, Zane, and Noose went to Norfolk, and it was like this big ass party. And I heard of Tyler, I just never really met him before, but he's heard my shit. And this is like 2013, and we were at this big ass party, and me and Noose were like drunk as all shit. And
That was ODU, right? You said.
Hmm?
ODU, you said.
ODU, yeah. And Tyler was, I guess he was walking home from work or some shit, and he noticed the party, and he just like, I seen him, and he seen me, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, "What are you doing down here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm here to visit Zane. It was my first time going to ODU." And I was like, "Well, what are you doing here?" He goes, I live here." But that's how I met Tyler.
That's dope. Yeah, I think you did meet him in Muffin Meat.
The muffin meat.
You remember Muffin
DC?
Meat? Yeah, remember that?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, because they came because it was like right when I like just joined Vincenzo.
Oh,
so I
that photo
told them.
still exists too, bro. I look like a frumpy faggot.
But yeah, like, I was like, yo, y'all gotta come to this because like this is like all the people I know like in one room, and then like yeah, y'all met a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I think jumping back to that like support thing, I don't think I've ever had a problem with support. I'm a pretty well received person, but
Ooh.
It's all about
Fuck you.
personality too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, no, like I'll just
It's a
be-
couple of things, bro. It's personality.
Yeah,
On top
man.
of that, you got to think about it. It's a bunch of this place ain't had no music scene before us.
Yeah, no.
There's no music
Before
scene.
five.
It's brand before 5. Brand spanking new. It's a bunch of kids who are like trying to figure their shit out. They all want to get on. They all think that if you drop something online, it's just gonna go viral and take off. They don't know what they're doing because this ain't fucking Atlanta. It's not Chicago. It's not New York. There's no outlets. So everyone's desperate as shit. And if they're not fucking getting to where that next person is getting to, they start getting cutthroat as
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't fuck with it, but I
Yeah.
get it.
But you gotta.
Sense.
Anyways, I'm being honest. I've always been well received, but I've started multiple things, and it's just like it's a slow crawl. And you
It's a
just gotta
slow
push-
burn.
You gotta push yourself through it. But the moment you try to cut somebody else down, I think you cut yourself down so much. Like so much.
Yeah, it says
I've
a lot
never
about who you
once
are.
Yeah.
looked at another thing and say, "Why is that not me?" I'm like,
Shit, I have.
Yeah.
I've been through that. That whole bitter like of being like fuck, like shit's not working out. Why the fuck is I've been through that. I'm
Alright,
not
I
proud
ain't
of
been
that.
through
No, I definitely have. I was struggling with that for a minute. Thank God I'm out of that now.
yeah.
But it's I get it. But
Dude,
like
I remember that.
yeah,
But niggas were also kind of fucking you over with like
Yeah.
shit. Nah, I ain't gonna get into
we don't. Yeah, let's not get into that. It was a whole lot of shit. But the point is like it's. I get it because like I said, I've definitely been through that phase, and it's hard to get out of. But like it's not worth it, bro.
Did you
It's
see the tweet?
definitely not worth it.
Hell, you reached the house of yeah, that's you.
Oh, let me talk about the greatest cartoon of all time.
Ah,
Fuck it, this
shit.
nigga go.
SpongeBob SquarePants
Wrong.
What?
is
Fuck you.
getting
Wrong.
season 12 in 2019, the greatest
What?
cartoon
Come back.
You want to talk about
coming
this?
back. It's
I stopped watching SpongeBob.
It's
like
never
12
been.
seasons
Yeah,
ago,
once
nigga.
it started
Get
becoming like good quality.
outta
I thought they
here.
officially stopped filming. That's what I meant. Like,
Nah.
First of all,
recording.
I'm a household of Cartoon Network. So
Yeah, Sam.
Okay,
too,
okay. What's your cartoon then?
currently, like
Blue's
up to date.
if you want to name current cartoons, I was just talking
I fuck
about
with Steven
I don't
Universe.
know.
Steven fucking
Steven
Universe. That's my
Universe
shit.
is
That
shit.
shit cured my depression. I swear to God.
That shit is like real spiritual.
Nah,
Cured it.
Cured
I put
it.
Adventure Time over that.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
then-
I really
Yeah.
like Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
What
I
happened
like
to regular
Clarence, too.
show?
It's over.
Regular show is my shit too.
It's over.
But it's
Clarence is
over.
okay.
They-
I like
they got
Clarence.
it.
I'll watch it if it's on, but only because something else is coming on next.
I couldn't fuck with Uncle Grandpa for a minute, but like,
Nobody fucking likes that show, and if you do, you're on drugs.
I'm not. Well, see, because
Well.
fucking IQ, he was like, "Yo, you're gonna fuck with Uncle Grandpa. It's really funny, but
Ew, I'm tired of the impersonation.
it's iffy with him." But I watched it now. It's actually
I
kind
love
of
that
funny.
person.
Wait, what's that
Nah.
one with the kids at camp?
Not talking about Camp Laszlo.
I was
No,
just
no,
thinking
no,
Camp
no, no,
Laszlo.
no, no.
This
I
shit's great.
hated that show. I hated watching that
Really?
show. I hated when it came on.
Oh, we
and
talking
there was
about
nothing on
fucking
Disney.
Total Drama Island.
What about
No.
Gumball?
Gumball's funny as all
I
fuck,
love
bro.
Gumball.
That shit is hilarious.
No, what is that show? It's from like the writer's friends with the writer of Rick and Morty, and they actually intertwine a lot. They actually have like little Easter eggs on
Really?
both of the shows. It's a little boy and a little girl that are often like this camp. Oh my god, the name is gonna come to me.
It's on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
You guys remember My Gym Partner's a Monkey?
That was
like
my
that
shit.
show.
My gym partner's a monkey.
I
That
really
shit was
like that
hilarious,
show.
bro.
I really like that show. It was
I remember Butt Ugly Martians.
Yes,
No,
I do.
I don't.
No one
There
does.
was like 4 episodes, bro.
No. It was.
Was there a
like,
lot?
It was like 3 seasons.
Okay, but what about
No
Invader
way.
Zim?
What for 3
I
seasons?
promise you. Invader Zim is the shit. It's on Hulu too.
Invader Zim's amazing.
Yeah,
I
but
fucking love that show.
Yeah.
yeah, that shit low key was not for kids. Though.
I thought Butt Ugly Martians was like
No,
very short.
nope. It had a very deep storyline.
Oh my
I was the one of
I
the
just
six, I
remember
was the
the
one of the
show.
6 kids who kept up with Butt Ugly Martians.
I didn't comprehend any of it. I just
No
remember
one
the
did.
show.
It's shit. It is utter shit.
Foster's Home
Yeah.
of Imaginary Friends.
I fell off of Foster's Home honestly. After a while,
Fo-
Blue
Foster-
started pissing me off, bro.
It's
Blue's
not
fucking
one of those
annoying.
shows that you can go back to as an adult and actually like it.
You don't think so?
Because I've tried to watch it recently and I'm like, why the fuck?
I did watch the Powerpuff Girls recently, not the new one, the
I
old one.
love
The
Powerpuff
old
Girls.
one.
I still watch that shit.
Bro,
I'll
there-
rewatch it over and over.
There's this
name?
one episode where like Bubbles was beating the shit out of a dog.
Oh yeah,
Bro, she fucked that
the
dog
talking
up.
dog, right?
The talking dog, bro. So like
What?
she gets tired because Bubbles is the cute one. So she
Yeah.
gets tired of like
Everybody pushing her.
everyone
over,
like
making her feel
yeah,
like she was
making her
weak.
feel like she's a pussy. So she's like, all right, fuck it. Like I'm giving everyone the hands now, right? So this dog is driving and he's holding up traffic. He's holding up traffic, bro. And
I am a
gotta
dog.
see
she
this.
pulls him out the car and just starts like fucking wailing on him, bro, beating the shit out of him.
This is how you prove your fucking
His teeth
strength.
cracked, everything. Like,
Yes,
his
dog.
shit was done.
Bro,
Oh my god!
connect, bro. Like 8 pieces, nigga.
I went back and watched the Animaniacs. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Nah,
You're too young for that.
What the
Animaniacs.
I remember it. I remember
I
it.
couldn't
at
get
the end
into
of the year.
Animaniacs.
What about Ben 10?
Couldn't get into.
I
Ben
didn't
10.
like Ben 10.
Couldn't get into Ben
Really?
10.
Fuck that noise.
Nah, let's get off that.
Ben 10 was cool to me because Teen Titans had just
Was
like,
Ben 10
finished.
on Cartoon Network?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like 3
Yeah.
versions of it.
I thought Ben 10 was
Yeah,
Nickelodeon or
but
something.
that's because they try to make him like grow up,
They had Ben 10, yeah, and then
Yeah.
they're grown up. Then they're like, let's do it again.
What about Cow and Chicken?
and they included more than 10.
Y'all remember Cow and Chicken?
That shit was
Yo,
not for
I watched
kids.
That shit was
Johnny
weird.
Bravo over Cow and Chicken.
Cow and
Wrong.
Chicken was weird, bro. But
Yeah.
it was funny.
I
You
did
know what
too, I
they? You
think.
know what they ate for like what they're fucking like? You know how Ed, and Eddie they really like Jawbreakers.
Yeah,
So Cow and Chicken saying was they like pork butts and taters.
yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
remember the
remember
little
that?
pork butt sitting on.
They
the
had a real
fucking
thing about ass
counter.
in that show for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because
They
then
really loved
Cow
ass.
had a fat ass.
Cow had like a fat ass. Remember the devil? Satan was in the show and he had a fat ass. And
yeah.
They
No,
had
Satan
like
is in Powerpuff Girls, too.
yeah, but he's
Satan's everywhere.
Satan's everywhere.
Okay.
You know what show I hated? Cat Dog.
Wrong. That shit is crazy
What?
good.
To a certain point.
I
If
didn't
you
like
watch
it.
that shit now,
I didn't
it's
like it.
better.
I don't know if I'm like just a kid and like just didn't like. It was one of those things that I didn't get, so I didn't fuck with it.
As a kid, it's uninteresting.
Maybe is that what it is? Maybe I have to go watch it. Again.
Okay.
But I just that was fucking.
But
I
what-
didn't like it.
Did you find it?
I'm looking. I'm still looking. What about Recess?
Yes.
Yeah, Recess was my shit.
Bruh, I used to wake up at the fucking crack of dawn, wake my mom up, like,
At, like,
bitch, we going
5:30
to
in
watch
the morning.
Recess.
You used to wake up in the mornings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
for school and shit.
Oh, yeah. I actually don't think I was in
Oh,
school
because it's
at that time.
early.
Oh,
Mm.
that's
I was
and
in-
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Phineas and
that's a
Ferb was
good one.
okay. I
Couldn't
got
get into
over that
Phineas and
shit
Ferb.
real quick.
Really?
couldn't get
That's a
into
good
it.
one.
I know like all the
Really?
jokes and like the quotes and the references.
I went
but
to Zane's like
Phineas and Ferb is Disney
dorm
Channel.
one time
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
sat there and watched
Oh, so
Phineas
is,
and Ferb
Recess.
forever.
You went to Zane's
Oh, yeah.
dorm.
Zane's dorm when he was in ODU.
Mm-hmm.
It was when you did that Portsmouth show, and I stayed down there.
Oh yeah.
I just
Bro, when Zane was at ODU, that was like the funnest
It was
time to go
dope,
visit
dude.
him, bro. We would always get into shit, bro. Going
Dude,
to
that
see
was the
Zane at
most-
ODU.
that was one of the most
going
intoxicating
pee.
weekends one time
Yeah.
when we went. Remember that one time we went down there and like everyone was just like nothing but like
Are you talking about when we brought BJ?
yeah.
Yeah, when we brought BJ.
We just like jammed out. I'm pretty sure I was drunk the entire
Yeah.
time, and like everybody else was high.
Leon was drunk as shit, bro. He was like 16, drunk as fuck.
We were all drunk and high.
He had like a steel reserve, and he had some Jolly Ranchers. I remember he was he was drunk as all shit. He has a steel reserve, and Zane used to have these like spiral stairs, and he was sitting at the top of the stairs, and he put like Jolly Ranchers in the steel reserve, and it started turning blue. And he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna drink it," and he drinks it. He just goes and starts laughing and
Man,
drinks some
do
more.
y'all have a bad like drinking story? Like beginning?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, I do.
Drinking? I have.
I will. Oh my god.
Before I was this, I want to tell it when she gets back. I'll wait, and I just got the.
I got a
cartoon name,
drinking
too.
story, and she was there.
Let me since she's not here.
Yeah.
My thoughts on Vesta. She's wild. She's crazy.
We're gonna talk about Vesta while she's not here.
Yeah, because I want her to go
Come
back
back.
and
You talking
re-listen.
shit, nigga?
You want to go back and re-listen to it and see if she catches it? I love Vesta. I missed her.
Yeah.
We can talk for a
She's
bit.
cool. She's cool people.
We can talk for a bit.
And y'all can't see what she's doing, but she Millie rocks every time. Like
Yeah.
Talk.
she gets excited.
She's a character, bro.
It's
That's
funny.
fun.
It's fun to watch.
She
It's
threw
fun to
me.
be around.
I remember like she threw me a birthday party when like on my 25th birthday party.
Yeah, she's cool.
That was yeah. She's a sweetheart, but she's also a grown man.
A grown man.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means at all. I'm
Me and
allowed
Vesta,
to go.
no, I have this joke with Vesta where like whenever we would hang, like when we hang out and shit, I'll be like, "Don't stand too close to me because I don't want people to think you're my husband."
Shh, shh. She's coming back.
Oh, she's
Oh
coming
wait,
back.
wait. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, yeah. Positive energy, yeah.
we
Positive
waited
energy.
for you.
This nigga wanted to talk about drinking stories, like fucked up drinking.
Oh wait, the show that I was talking about, they're not at camp. Got it all fucked up. Because they use a log house and they're at like this lake, but it's not a camp. Gravity Falls.
Oh, Gravity Falls is the shit. bro.
Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls is the shit.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
seen an episode in
Bro,
a minute.
watch
but-
it. It's
Yeah.
it's
Never
it's
No,
watched
fun.
it.
no, seriously, it's like
It's on
one of
Disney XD. But
And
it's
it's like
That's
that.
why I didn't watch it.
it's on like the perfect like
the girl
balance.
the girl who
of
plays
humor, too.
Louise from Bob's Burgers. She plays
She's like one of the most
what's the
popular
girl's
voices.
name?
Right, I gotta
It's
go back
Dipper
and
and
watch it.
Dipper.
I didn't tell me I looked
It's like
good today.
3 seasons, isn't it?
3 seasons. It's good. Drinking stories.
Drinking stories.
I don't have a drinking story.
I
Sorry.
do.
Oh,
I do.
my drinking story. I think you might have heard this one
We've
because
seen
probably
him drunk
fucking
too.
there.
Bro.
Because
We were
this-
probably fucking there.
Wait
No.
a minute.
Oh,
I don't
Oh,
wanna hear nothing
whoa.
else.
We
Well,
used to-
okay, I have a
No.
lot, but the one that I can remember where B.O.B. did not surface.
B.O.B.
Uh,
Please explain who B.O.B. is real quick.
B.O.B.
Oh,
is,
Bob. That's his
Bob,
fucking.
yeah,
Yeah.
B.O.B.
Blackout Bogans.
Yeah.
So you know I went through a hard time where
Ocean City.
I mean Ocean City, Nick's
house?
Nick's house,
Alex's
twice.
apartment.
Out. Oh
Alex's house out there. Was that Alex's house?
Was that Alex's house?
no, that was Dylan's.
Out up in Alexandria?
Oh, I was Alex's
Oh,
house.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
Alex's house.
Yep.
We went there a couple times, and I was
Yeah, bro.
drunk
We've been
every
around
time.
you a few times when you're drunk. It's a little bit weird.
We
Yeah,
used a
okay.
promo of you plastered out on my couch as
Oh,
a promo.
okay.
And we wrote
Well-
dicks on his face.
So look,
Did we do that?
I wrote dicks on his face.
um,
Childish.
Big ones.
I've had some really big nights, and I think Bob really only came around when y'all were there. So I'm gonna say y'all are the
I went with him to
influencers.
buy Everclear.
Yeah.
Everclear.
So you gonna blame it on us because
Yeah.
we were there?
Yeah, y'all are
That's
the
cool.
y'all are the influence. But
Oh,
the one that I can remember, and it was when I was hanging out with like Dylan, John, them. And we went down to Longwood because that's where John and Jeff were going to college, and it was me, Rob,
Dylan Perry.
Han. Do y'all remember Han?
I remember
Yeah.
Han.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
Han.
We all went to Longwood,
Yeah.
and we were underage or whatever, but we knew Precious. Y'all remember Precious?
Oh shit, I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
Precious.
Precious.
Yeah.
And she was in Richmond. She was going to UVA. No, UVA? No, VCU.
Mm.
And so we went we went there because we were like, oh, she has to have a connect. Nobody's at Longwood. There's nothing's at Longwood. So
Right,
we
nothing is
drove
at
like
Longwood.
over an hour to go to VCU. And we were supposed to do stuff like hang out, but we got there so late and we were like, fuck this. We just want to get some alcohol and go. So we're waiting on Precious. She's not coming. VCU is populated with black people. It's Richmond. So they were like, hey, Javon, approach a black guy. Like, approach them over there and, like, see if they'll buy it. And I'm like,
Oh, y'all were underage.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
alright.
yeah. Well,
Damn, I feel like I just snitched. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Go on, my bad.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. But, yeah, we were. And so it's just one of those youth stories that shouldn't be recreated.
Don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home. So me, I'm like, you know, nah, not really my thing. Let's wait for somebody else. Nadia, we knew Nadia went there too, and we saw her enter, and then she was like,
Nadia Peters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were like, we don't know anybody. And at this point, I'm like, guys, I don't want to sit out in VC. I don't want to sit out in Richmond. So I'm going to go ask them. So I went and asked them. They're like, nah, man, I can't get it for you. But I got a friend that's coming if you want to wait. And then if you can give us a ride there, because he's supposed to be getting it for us too.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, bet. So Rob gets in the car. He's driving. John's in the front seat. You know, John's 6'8".
Yep.
He's in the passenger
John
seat.
Brown?
Yeah,
Yep.
John Brown.
Oh, okay.
And then these two strangers squeeze me in the middle, and we're riding through.
Nigga.
We are riding with no music.
For real? I'm sorry. Go on.
We're riding with no music. I want to
This
hear.
nigga Vesta, bro.
We're riding with no music, and it's like kind of awkward. But they start talking to each other, so they're talking across me. Then they start talking about their knives and their guns and like the last fight they got into. Like,
Oh,
where
nigga,
they
you got
had
in the
this-
whip with a gang?
bruh. So
Okay.
I'm scared, right? And this is like I'm sheltered at this point. Like I hadn't done anything like this. So
Right.
If you lived in Stafford, you were sheltered.
yeah.
To some extent.
So we pull up at the store, and John Brown didn't get in the car. It was the three of them, and the guy that was buying the alcohol was in the passenger seat. John was going to get in, but all three of them wanted to go, so we were outnumbered, and
Yeah.
that was another thing.
We
that
were
led to my
outnumbered.
fear,
Okay.
my absolute fear. And at this time, the two people stayed in with me, and Rob and the passenger went in to buy the alcohol, and my phone goes off, and my ringtone is the Mighty Morphin theme song. And so
Oh, damn, nigga, you probably
I didn't
pissed
even
them
cut
off.
it off. I was just sat there like,
Mm.
y'all got me. And we went back. We got it. It was cool. They got out. They didn't ride back with us. They got out. And they went
There was
wherever.
no bloodshed?
Huh?
There was no bloodshed?
There was no bloodshed. It was just a really like scary moment for me.
Mm.
And then when we started drinking, this was Hans. It seemed like his first time.
Mm.
He got hives. He started breaking out, and I was scared again. I was like, just lay down, like don't drink anymore. And there's no anybody at Longwood, so we went and tried to find girls.
Mm.
Ruin. And then I'm not gonna name names at this point, but people started crying, and
Oh my god.
And-
That means Javon started crying.
started crying, and then we sent him with one of the girls, and he ended up throwing up in her closet. And,
Oh, whoa. All right.
And it got really bad really fast, spiraled all the way downhill. And it was on what's the name? The worst alcohol is like $15 for a handle. It's like
Fireball?
strong. It starts with an S.
Fireball? That is the worst liquor known to man.
Actually, I love Fireball. Right.
Was it
When I
vodka?
was drinking.
Y'all
yeah.
niggas are gross.
That's because you're
Smirnoff?
rapping.
No, it's the other. It's nasty. Smirnoff is okay.
Fireball.
No, it starts with an S.
Anyways,
Vodka.
it was
It's
actually
Fireball.
like really bad.
Svedka.
And I woke up, I had cake smothered on my face, and yeah, it was bad. It was a bad night. Just an overall, like, I don't know
Holy shit.
I don't know why we did it.
That
I
story
think
was dreadfully long.
oof,
When he said vomit, I was out.
She checked out. That's why I looked at her.
did you?
Well,
You don't like vomit?
no, she does not. No, she does not. So here's my
What
story.
about vomit? Do you not like?
I puke like
Nick,
on a
you
regular.
ready?
Don't
my
say
story?
puke.
Yeah,
What the
I
Here's
fuck?
my story.
Puke vomit.
Is
So-
it about me in some
no.
way? Okay.
2016.
Go ahead.
The minute that you feel uncomfortable, you can leave because I know how you are.
Oh, he about to talk about that show.
Yeah. So look,
Oh, I'm
2016.
Oh, God.
2016.
Nick.
I had a show in Manassas, and
I'll
I
kill you.
had
Fuck that shit.
I had a show in Manassas, and I was just at the house by myself. I invited my friend at the time, Ksenia, over, and we were just hanging out. And I knew she had liquor on her, so I told her to come. So just me and her at the house, and I'm drinking Hennessy. This is noon. I'm drinking Hennessy. About 5, 6 o'clock, Vesta came over. I think you came over. Carmen came over. And I think Rampage came over. And Carmen had white rum.
Yeah, she had Bacardi.
She had Bacardi, some.
Because I mixed it with Sprite that day.
Ksenia
Y'all are alcoholics.
starts feeling like water bottles of liquor. And now, me not being a big fucking liquor connoisseur, I'm just drinking whatever's handed to me.
Stupid.
Carmen tells her, Carmen tells her if he's been drinking dark liquor, don't give him light liquor.
Yeah. No, Carmen was actually really trying to like.
She was really because
diffuse the situation.
Carmen knows that like I can get out of control.
Well, Carmen's also smart as hell.
She's also smart. So
Yeah.
Ksenia gives me this bottle and I can't see what's in it. She just tells me it's Hennessy, and I drink it. It was not Hennessy. She knew it wasn't Hennessy. We get to the show. I'm with another artist, Sonny Ward, and he had been drinking all day too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was drinking, but he had been drinking all day. So by the time we get to the show, and at this point it's like 8 o'clock, me and Sonny are trashed. We are fucked up. Sonny starts getting sick, and so I go over to go make sure he's good, and then I get sick, and the next thing I remember is waking up in Nick's car by myself.
This is traumatic for me.
When I get out of the car, I somehow walked. This is what I remember. I got out of Nick's car, walked over to mine, walked past an ambulance. I might add, this big ass ambulance. Mind you, I have to perform later, and I get in my car and I go to sleep. When I wake up, I see Sonny next to me, and he's just hunched over like this, and
Let's not forget that Ksenia started throwing up too.
I don't remember that. See, there's a lot I don't remember. I drank a lot that day.
Anybody who
I'm
tried
gonna
to help the
I'm gonna
vomiters
tell my side of the
vomit.
story.
So
in
I
a
wake
second.
So I wake up
Me.
and I see Sonny, and the door opens and it's another artist, Lazy Rios, and he's handing me this fat ass water bottle from 7-Eleven. And I remember drinking the water and being like, "This is disgusting." And I'm like, "Bro, please don't make me drink this." Lazy's like, "You got to drink it, man." So I drink it. I get out the car, right, and the first thing I ask, because I've rode there with Vesta, the first thing I ask is where's Vesta? Is Vesta all right? They go, "Yeah, she's good." I get out of the car. I'm trying to find all my shit. Can't find my car keys. And I'm in Manassas, and I don't live there. So thank God Rampage took my keys before shit went south. He was holding on to the keys. I somehow managed to, and I mustered up the strength to perform that night. Very drunk, standing on speakers and all that shit. And then had to drive back home. And then I remember waking up the next day and being like, I will never drink again.
So,
Whose story
my
you wanna
side of
hear
the
first?
story.
But yeah, they were both there.
My side of the story. This is a show. Not only am I his manager, so I have to be like, present and get there, but I'm also. Oh, and not also did I put this show together, so this is my show. But I'm also the host of this show.
Mm-hmm.
This is the '90s party I did with Bree Leasy. Shout out to Bree Leasy.
Shout out.
So we were in it, that stupid ass hookah shop in Manassas. So
Yeah.
shout out to them.
Shout out to the stupid ass.
Shout out to the stupid ass hookah shop that I have a lot of past with. Anyway,
Fuck them. But
yeah.
go on.
Fuck them. So I get, before we go to the show, I do go to your house.
Yeah.
And you guys seemed fine when I got there, but I was like, I just went there to like kind of calm my nerves a little bit because I knew I was going to host. I was going to be on. So I was like, I'm going to go hang out with my friends real quick. And I was like, damn, I do want to kind of get something in me. So like Carmen, like she's like, have Bacardi. So she gave me a party, and I had Sprite with me, so she just poured it in there. So I took that with me and left. So I was only at your house for like a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And so I get there, I go do my show, and then I think I was like in the middle of hosting, and like this is one of the only times I ever like got mad at Vesta because like I was doing the show, so I was like I was host.
This nigga was stressed out.
I was host, so I couldn't like go be manager too. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't be two people at once. So like I'm hosting the show, and like we're all doing this stuff, and like Vesta came up to me about 3 times and was like, Con and Sonny, you're sick. Con and Sonny, you're sick. Con and Sonny, you're sick. And like finally I think I just went like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Or something like that. I was like,
Yeah, he
I
had
was
the
like-
right one.
I was like, Vesta, I was like, Vesta, I'm hosting. What do you want me to do right now? I was like, there's a bunch of people out there. Like, someone else has got to do it. And like, she was like, okay, and like, like walked away. and I don't think I ever saw her after that. But just like, so the hosting and stuff goes on. I finally like catch a break, and I go outside, and I swear to God, cover your ears.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Cover your ears.
Vesta hates
I
dog.
get out to my car, and all my doors are open, and like, I think it's like Sonny and Connor in the seat. They're both like asleep, and I see. I'm about to be sick saying it. Okay, nothing but a ring of sickness around my car.
Damn.
And I go, what the fuck? So I changed my clothes because it was a 90s party. And, like, I was just hot. And I was, like, in, like, this, like, I don't even know what I was in. But it's, like, I'm changing my clothes. And I think it was, Carmen was, like, helping me at the time. So I was like, just take care of them, please. Like, please, like, I got to be doing this.
God bless, bro. God
was
bless
like, Gus-
Carmen and Vesta for fucking.
And fucking Rampage,
and
too,
Rampage, bro.
Because I looked at, I said, bro, I don't know what it takes, dude, but you have to move my car out of this because I will not get in my car. Like, I was ready. Like, I will not. Like, just as she can't listen to this, I can't deal with that. So I'm like,
was it like an inch thick? 2
It was
inches
gross,
thick?
It was a
Shut
lot.
your please.
It was a lot.
yeah, it was gross, dude. I was like, because I was like, look, if I can't move my car right now, I'm calling my brother and telling him to come pick me up. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, with this situation, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm already fucking done. So, so I gave Ranch my keys. I was like, figure out how to move my car somewhere else. He goes, okay. So he got it somewhere else. But, like, in the process, him and Carmen and I guess you and Ksenia all had to, like, move all three of them. Like,
Oh, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
No.
I woke up in
somebody
your car,
did
B.
somebody did something to get all of you guys the fuck out of my car.
I just walked out.
So, yeah. So someone had to do that. Then the ambulance thing showing up?
Yeah, well,
that
see,
was a completely isolated incident.
They thought
Somebody,
I was in the ambulance.
I thought it was too at first because I was like, someone really like. I thought some dumbass like called the police called the ambulance because they thought you were so sick that you need to go to the hospital. Which
Apparently
was
some
not
nigga
true.
like got really dehydrated and passed out or some shit.
In the venue.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, this is just getting worse. I was like, this is amazing. So I walk past the ambulance and we get you out of my car and we move my car over. So we wait. So everyone like got out of the venue for the ambulance situation. And I'm just like sitting there like fucking bullshit. And then like, it was Goldie. Shout out to Goldie. She's like, so I know all this shit's going on, but like, who won the costume contest? It was so funny to me at the time because I was like, because like I'm just doing all this, like I'm thinking about all this shit, and she goes, so who won the contest?
That's such a Goldie ass.
Because it was like,
right, like,
but it was like $50. So I get it. And it's like I was like, someone was about to win $50. Like, let's figure out who it is.
fuck
so
her.
so I was like, I looked at her, and I go, you did, and just handed her the money, right? I was like, you won, and handed her the money, right? And she's like, yes, and then walked away, and like ran away. Like this is before I knew like Goldie, like like I do now. Like, but it was just like she was just one of the people. So like I was like, yeah, you won, and she like ran away.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
that was the
go.
last time I saw her
Make it go.
in that thing. And then so the ambulance pulls away with the kid. We start the show up again, and like literally half the performers are dead in my car, sick for the show.
Yeah.
So I think I got like Tyler because Tyler was like the DJ. I told him, I was like, you need to set it your own setup, a performance set, and do it. And by this time, there was like no one there. Like, so I was like, but we have time. Like, we have time to do, so just fucking make shit up. So, fucking,
There was still a pretty big group there because I remember when he performed. It was,
It was
a big
still-
I
group.
think it was like most of our like friends and shit like that. At that
Oh,
point.
It was still big.
Yeah, but it was a pretty decent
I
crowd.
remember
but, like,
Noose was there. I remember he was there.
Yeah, so like Noose was there, like fucking the whole like blog shit people were there, but yeah, so like, it was just crazy, dude. It was a fucking crazy night. We ended up like, fucking, we were all like sick, and I think like we just like danced to like, remember that video of us all dancing to
Birdwalk.
"Tearing Up My Heart"?
Oh yeah.
Bird-
They played "Tearing Up My Heart" by NSYNC, and then because
We
Noose,
all like got
Noose
into a line.
begged them.
Yeah.
Noose begged them. He was like, "Y'all have to play Birdwalk. Y'all have
Oh,
to play
that's it,
Birdwalk."
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I remember
Do we wanna
being.
hear
We
my
probably
side?
did play Birdwalk. Yeah, I do want to hear your side of the
Y'all want
story.
to hear my side?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna skip all the shit when we pre-game do it. I didn't drink shit.
Yeah.
I tagged along because my friends were performing and I didn't miss a show. Never missed a single show.
Never did.
So I remember when we got there. who was it? In your car?
It was you, me, Carmen, and Ksenia. We all were
Right.
together.
I'm chilling, eating Jolly Ranchers and shit. Niggas is pre-gaming. I ain't gonna speak on that. All right. So, you knew I was gonna say Nick. I peeped that this nigga was mixing dark and light. I was like, maybe he know what he doing. I don't know. So I ignored it. But God, where do I even want to go with this? This nigga. All right. I went inside because show started, whatever. I wanted to meet people. I'm a social ass person. All I remember is the vomit.
Yeah.
All I remember is the
That's
vomit.
basically all I remember. It's you being frustrated about
That's a
it.
traumatizing moment.
It's just that the next thing I knew, I come outside, this nigga Sonny throwing up out of one side of Nick's car. All I hear is splashing. I immediately turned back around. I was like, I'm not dealing with it. Go back in. Then I see Ryan come out at the same time as I was going in. I turned back around because I follow this nigga everywhere he goes. This is my best friend. Then, out of nowhere, there's some more splashing. I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I go back in the building. I start bawling. I was like, no, I can't do it. I didn't drive that night. I was like, it's cool. I got all my friends with me. I have a way home. When I tell you, I was calling family and shit that I hadn't talked to in months to help me get an Uber or something home. Like, it was so bad. Like, I come outside, the entire damn parking lot. I swear to God, it was almost the entire parking lot just covered in vomit. Every time another nigga went to go help these niggas, that person would throw up. So I was like, oh shit, well then they got viruses or something. I'm not going over there.
It's bad, dude.
It got so bad that like
how bad you think it is, it's worse than that.
people didn't know whether or not to help them or help me because my anxiety was up here.
Yeah.
And like, I love helping people or whatever, but when it comes to vomit, I can't help. So I get upset because I can't help and because there's vomit. So I don't know, bruh. And then it got to the point when he finally sobered up. He was like looking for me or whatever.
Yeah.
He came and tried to talk to me. I just looked at him like,
Yeah, bro.
I was so disappointed. I was
just-
like, nigga, you
Oh,
had one
man.
job. You had
Yo.
one job.
I just remember waking up because like I said, like me and her are like mad close. So like we would all like wherever one was, the other one was there. So like I remember like just waking up being like, "Where's Vesta? Where's Vesta?" And they're like, She doesn't want to be around you. Like she's like she can't handle the throw up. She does not want to be around you. Like I'm like, where is she? Where is she?
The biggest annoyance I had was just the 1,000,010 people asking me, so what are we going to do about the show now? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, half my fucking camp is throwing up and dying in my car.
I had to make Jason
Like,
take
I'm
me
not
home. I
worried.
remember that.
Yeah, I
Jason
remember.
took me home.
Yeah, I remember. Jason was like, when I sobered up, he was like, "Yo, Con, like I'll take you home. It's fine. I'll take you home." But like, how
Everybody
I got
was
home, I
like-
don't fucking know.
Everybody was like, Vesta, you have to drive Khan's
Yeah.
car. You have to take him home. I was like, I'm not driving shit with 3 niggas who were vomiting. I'm not doing it. Because Ksenia was vomiting too.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't remember that.
Ksenia was vomiting. She was the last one to go out. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she was vomiting because she was, like, drunk.
She was
or
drunk.
because-
She was drunk
she
as
was
shit.
drinking with me. She was
Oh,
at my
that's
house
right.
drinking with me.
Yeah,
She was
that's
drunk as shit.
Yeah.
The only person who could really help and handle it was Rampage.
Rampage and lazy.
So salute
she
to
was
those
killing it,
niggas
yeah.
because I was not dealing with
Rampage
it.
is killing it.
I
Rampage.
I remember asking Rampage. I was like, dog, I can't find my keys. He goes, you know how Rampage talk. I don't sweat it, Chief. I got him. Kept him for you just in case
don't
you
even
lost.
sweat
I
it,
was like,
Chief.
bruh, I love you.
Got him.
oh my god, Rampage is a hero. But
he is.
I swear to God, every time I think about that, I feel just as like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack right now.
I remember.
Nah, I was trying to describe it, and I was about to.
I remember
be
calling
sick.
Sunday the next day, and I was like, dog. So, how do you feel? We both were fine. Like
Yeah.
neither of us were hungover, but we were just. I was like, he's like, bruh, you want to come over and like
Oh.
we can drink. I was like, I go, bruh,
No.
let's dial it back a bit. I think I'm gonna just sit this one out.
Had enough for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I think you think we're exaggerating, but that shit was true.
Yeah.
No, I believe. I mean,
Ugh,
crazy.
dude.
Imagine
crazier
walking
things
out of
have
a
happened.
venue. You just came to support your niggas, and you're practically stepping in vomit as soon as you walk out.
I had a
Imagine you're
friend-
just going to change your clothes and you just see all the doors in your car fucking open and just like you're like 3 of like your closest friends at that point like just in the back like asleep and dead and covered in vomit around it.
Yeah, fam.
I had a friend that, and he listens to this. I'm not gonna say your name, but you know, This
Shout
is
to you.
probably your worst drinking story,
Oh,
but
shit.
he had a psychosis. He
Oh,
was
wait,
like
what? He-
banging his head into the bathtub. Like I was holding this nigga with all my strength, but he was like
Damn.
going off. Like, bruh, nah,
Holy shit.
I don't drink. Like the last
I
time,
stopped drinking.
I don't. I
Oh,
don't.
you stopped.
Huh?
You stopped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, hold up,
obviously.
I think,
Okay,
we,
yeah.
I think we've all stopped.
Obviously,
No,
but
I,
like,
I'm slowly but surely.
not
getting
like
back to it.
Really?
It's
Please.
scary. It's
I-
very scary.
I had never been the person to drink for fun. Like I don't go out places and say, "Oh, I'll have a beer," because it's gross. But
Yeah.
I have
Speak
never
for
been the
yourself, my
one to
nigga.
turn down a drink in a social atmosphere, as y'all know.
Yes.
But now, bruh, give me a water.
Exactly.
I'm cooling.
No ice, please.
I'll go out for
That's
beers
the
and
ask for a
shit, but that's
chocolate
about
milk
it.
or apple juice.
Mind your damn business.
Hey,
about that.
chocolate milk is there.
There was a phase where I was just drinking straight chocolate milk every day. I'd be like, you can't get me out of the house unless there's chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I went through that phase with orange juice.
Is it still Chick-fil-A sauce for you?
Stop it. We're not doing that. This is a family show.
It's not a bit with you at all.
I'm not gonna say what you know I want to say.
Please don't.
Don't say it.
Stop it, man. Cut it out.
It's bad for my image.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's perfect for your image.
What the fuck, Nick?
This podcast is bad for your image.
If you listen to my music and then you listen to the way I talk to my friends, no.
In this podcast, this is going to ruin your image.
Yo,
What?
I can't say it on. I can't say it on the
Okay.
mic.
What, 2 hours in
I
now?
can't say
Yeah,
it.
we're about 2 hours in. Is that where we want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
No.
What song are we playing?
No.
You want to keep going? What do you got? You better have a topic.
No, I just like talking.
Okay. Well, we
You're
talk
gonna
after.
talk, yeah. We don't just get up and leave, Vesta. It's not
Yeah,
like,
we
all right,
don't.
Okay, I'm
friendship,
sorry.
friendship ended.
Yo.
Let's go home.
Yo.
All right, let's wrap it
We
up.
only have a friendship. I don't talk to any of these motherfuckers on it off air.
I don't talk to anybody.
I figured we play a Vesta song,
Yeah.
but I'll let you choose a song that we play.
Mm.
God, you gave her a choice.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
God forbid a woman has a choice. Anyway.
Full circle.
Well, what are you shooting a video for?
I'll sing a
Oh,
song.
no. We
You
not
wanna play
ending
that?
it with that. Play
Okay.
Secrets.
We'll play Secrets. Okay, cool. So I'll play Secrets. This is Secrets by Vesta. Any final words by you guys? We're dead.
Opposite. Nah, I'm kidding.
All right. We're done.
All right, bet.
I ain't got no secrets, baby. Take me, I'm yours. The floor seems so familiar. 'Cause that's where I've been spending my nights lately. I don't lock my doors. I'm your bitch if you ever come home. Listen, misunderstood, but that's understood. It don't really matter either way. I'm doing good. Better with you, Something's gotta